He took me back to East Atlanta, nah, nah, nah. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, nah. He didn't walk up with that, how you doing? When he came in the he said there's a lot of girls I can do it, but I can't with them. Doing forever in a minute. That's on my night. And Papa says he got Milo in him. He got me feeling like ooh. I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. Got me feeling like ooh. And then I had to tell him I had to go. Oh na 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 na. Havana, ooh na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh na na. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah nah nah. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana, Havana, nah nah.
Jeffrey just graduated fresh on campus. Fresh out East Atlanta with no mountains. Damn, fresh out East Atlanta. Up on board like a traffic jam. Yeah. I was quick to pay that girl like Uncle Sam. Here you go, ayy, take it on me. Ayy, shout the craving on me, get the eating on me, on me. She waited on me, yeah, well, shout the caking on me, got the bacon on me. This is history and I'm making on me, on me. Point blank, close range, that beat. If it goes a million, that's me. I was getting moolah, baby.
Havana, ooh na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh na na. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah nah nah. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana, Havana, take me back, back, back. Take me back, back, back. Take me back, back, back.
Wait a minute. That's it? That's the ending? You end up alone?
Hey, sweetie, if you don't like my story, go write your own.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You okay?
You were gonna get me.
I didn't know you know how to dance.
He took me back to East Atlanta, nah nah nah. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana, Havana. Hallelujah.
Gonna make you climax to you, baby. I wanna take you down, baby, kiss you to you, baby. Till you close, fall down, baby, climax to you, baby. I wanna take you down, wanna sex you, baby. Till you make that sound, baby. I know you would never have someone like me to give you
a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder. Thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder.
Hey guys,
And the thunder.
testing.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, Janet. Welcome back.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
How would you guys? Life is under. Let's just talking. No business. Just coming above the music. Hey Peter Death, how are you doing? Welcome back to the stream.
Let me start you just when I call action.
Oh, music's too loud? Alright, let's turn it down. Hello, you're testing. Let me just turn the microphone up a little bit more. How's things sounding now? You might have to readjust your volume.
You must think that I'm stupid. You must
You
think
must
that
think that
I'm
I'm
a
a
fool. You must think that I'm new to this, but I have seen this song before. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you. In case you go and leave me in the dirt. But every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. And every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. I know you're thinking I'm heartless.
I think Fufu, you need to have a new headphone. That doesn't seem very good for you.
I'm just protecting my innocence. I'm just protecting my soul. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me.
Nice to me.
'Cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the
People
most
catching
to you.
colds in the summer.
You go
I've never heard of that
leave me
before.
in the
By the way, Avi, are you home yet?
Every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. And every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. No way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbye. No, 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 Cause every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. And
Hey, Rain
every time
Trees.
you walk
Welcome
out,
back.
the less
Hi,
I
Pondustry.
love
Welcome back.
Baby, we
Did you guys
don't
miss me?
stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true.
If not enough people miss me, I'll have to wait until enough people miss me before I start this room.
Pull me in to set me free. This air can't reach my lungs.
It can't reach my lungs.
Pull me into sinking deep. I'm drowning, and you're drowning in me.
Aww.
I'm gasping for air, looking for some help.
Calamity.
Nobody is
Welcome
there.
back.
Mistakes that I made, trust that I betray. Regret staying sheets, but in this
Zimbabwe,
bed I still
what?
lay. Cause this bed
Why are
I
you
have
looking
made.
at me?
And every single day that passes, I'm scared, but time don't
The
go
cat's
backwards.
looking at me
Drowning
weird.
in my
I
thoughts,
think he
yeah, I
wants to
wish
kill
that
me.
it would stop, but I'm trapped in a box and I don't know the lock. Water seeping in through the holes. This is what it feels like to lose control. Up in the world where we mask all our feelings. I don't give a fuck, man, I'm here to reveal them. Millions of people, they feel just like me. Open up the hearts and it's so empty. Beaten up and scarred, boxed up and charred. To see a broken soul, you don't gotta look far. Yeah.
Pull me in to set me free. This air can't reach my lungs.
It can't reach my lungs.
Pull me into sinking deep. I'm drowning, and
Yeah, I'm
you're
drowning.
drowning in
Yeah, I'm drowning. Nobody can save me. Nobody can save me but me. And I ain't been in love in a while. Matter of fact, I ain't have fun in a while. Just artificial highs for artificial lives. Does it make me weak to admit that I cry? I don't give a fuck, this is just who I am. I'm like a prophet when I pick up this pen. I could save lives, I can change lives. Yeah, my work will survive long after I die. I'm just looking for something that's real. Lately I've been numb, so it's been hard to feel. Ain't looking for no sympathy, nah, I ain't playing victim. I was 16, just wanted y'all to listen. Now I'm 28, that's 12 years of writing. Putting in a song, everything I've been fighting. Hope I made a difference, but now I'm drowning, running
Hey,
out of
Soa,
time.
is
Can't
it your
stop the clock
birthday?
from ticking,
Happy
and I'm slowly
birthday.
losing vision.
Calamity. Well, you'll soon find out whether you missed me or not after 2 days of streaming. Very soon if you watch this stream. Alright, I'm just about to make a post on Twitter, so just bear with me, give me a few more seconds. Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing, doing so amazing so far.
Yeah, man, I still got faith. Feel like Superman, but ain't got no cape. They say life is a marathon, I'll win this race. Staring hard in the mirror is a fear I face. Looking straight at my soul, I could tell no lies. Even if I fell, well, at least I tried. At least I found music, for this I die. And for all my fans, a special place inside. Yeah.
To set me free. This air can't reach my lungs. To sinking deep. I'm drowning, and you're
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart
Well,
is
let's
so
get Jenna's rack back online. Thanks for letting me know,
and in
Shiki.
your eyes, you're
What a slacker, isn't she?
in mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess,
Oh, I just dropped my bottom water. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm just booting up the lovely Jenna's rack, and I will be live in a few seconds. While you're waiting, feel free to check my Twitter post on Jenna Cloud TV. I just made a post, and for a shout out, you can like and retweet the post, and I will give you my eternal love.
anyone I know, she shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry
I saw two big black cocks.
Hey Jenna baby, I'll take you to the kebab store. D, get you a snack pack, your dessert.
Oh wow, Lil Denon! Thank you so much for that resub. I love you so much. Welcome back to the Starship, Lil Denon. Mwah. Alright guys, I'm coming live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hi, welcome back to the Starship show and also to the News for Noobs today. Thank you so much for that resub, Lil Denon. Mwah. I surely will love your halal snack pack. Thank you so much for being patient. I didn't get to stream yesterday. I had something on. A friend was leaving Australia, so I had to kind of go for the going away. So thank you so much for being so amazing. Rain Trees, welcome back to the stream. It's good to see you here. I hope everything is going well. We had you, Mia, for a month or so. Was it more than a month now? Because you had to go away on deployment. Good to see you safe and sound. Do let us know what's happening. And yeah, let me just check out my Twitter and see what is happening on Twitter sphere. Shiki says, do you lace that outfit properly? I think you got the string on the wrong hole. I think it's properly laced. I think maybe because it's a cheap material, I think the hole's just like a little bit lopsided. Oh my goodness!
I saw two big black cocks.
14
Sure,
months!
14 this time.
Rain Trees, thank you so much for joining the Starship back again. Welcome back to the family. It's really good to see you here. 14 months is a really long time that you've been supporting me, so thank you for that. Hi to Stinky and what do we have? We've got Fenzix, Fufu Shiki, thank you so much for helping me with the sub hypes. So the sub hypes are very important to make people feel welcome. So there's actually quite a few things that have developed since you've been gone. Rain Trees, I don't know if you saw this, we have a boss thing now, so if you make the last hit on the boss, you become the boss for the next become the next boss. Oh my god, what is this subtrade?
Crap, I don't think we'll have enough news time.
Oh, we will have plenty of news time. Maybe Category won't be able to have all the news, but thank you so much for supporting me, Category, for 9 months. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Rangers, who's been away for so long, we're just gonna try to keep you up to speed with everything. So I got an Nubs Pro because I wanted to start drawing again, and you guys have kindly donated to Nubs Pro. Thank you so much for the early Christmas present, guys. There it is, and I have to set it up. So, and I think I have to buy Photoshop. So I can edit photos, but I think I also have to find some sort of Illustrator program so I can start working on my masterpieces that you guys can commission me to do. So this is what it looks like. It comes in a... no. So this is what it looks like in the box. And it comes with... This is where it gets its power from. Plugs into your computer to the Nubs Pro. I'm not too sure what this thing does yet. I'm looking at videos to kind of figure it out. I think it changes how your pen looks like when you're using it on the drawing pad. And the Nubs Pro is very similar to having like a pencil or pen or brush. You can just change the qualities of it, and that's why I got it, because when I was younger I loved drawing, and art was one of my favorite subjects, but I kind of gave it up after high school because I started doing accounting and finance, so there goes my artistic side down the drain. There's like an instruction sheet as well. I didn't find the instruction sheet that helpful, so like Wacom Wacom, please, you know, fix your instruction sheet. It's like I'm the technological idiot, so I can't figure anything out from this. I have to watch videos. But yeah, so I have to set this up. So thank you so much, guys. It finally arrived. So what I'm planning to do is you guys can redeem stuff from the Wacom. Sorry, it redeems stuff with stars. And one of the redemption ideas I had was that you can redeem me drawing a picture of what I think you look like, and then another thing that you could redeem as me drawing like a piece of art for you, like from my imagination. That's got nothing to do with you. It can be anything, and like it'll be like my type of art. It's not really I don't know, it's like abstract. It's not based on like real things, if that makes sense. That's my type of art. If you like that type of abstract stuff, you can commission me to do that. But until I set up the Nubs, you can't redeem anything yet, alright? So this is in the plans, it's not available now. But what's available now is you can redeem my singing and dancing with stars. No, I'm not going to eat a human on this stream, but today's stream is dedicated to news. It's dedicated to what's been happening in the world for the past week. And we go over different types of issues, and I invite a panel to join me in voice chat to talk, and also I invite you guys that are not in the voice chat to also voice your opinions as well. Just be careful that, you know, there's people from many different backgrounds, different cultures here, so we're encouraging, you know, voicing of opinions, but we're not encouraging abuse whatsoever. So please be mindful of that. You know, even though you've got some sort of freedom of speech on my stream, but you still have to be mindful that there are some rules that you guys have to respect each other, because it's also part of the Twitch rules as well. Let's see. We've got hey Avosa, welcome back. Okay, alright. Mitsuri, hi to you, welcome to the stream. So you draw what you think I look like. Yes, Avosa. I think some people might be interested. Keep in mind, because I've made the redemption for like me drawing what I think you look like. Kind of, I made it like really cheap, so it's gonna be like a very crude drawing. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because I'm not like by nature someone that's good at drawing portraits or anything like that. It'll just be like my abstract idea of what I think you look like. Okay, so without further ado, let me just get started on the shout outs on Twitter. So shout out to these people who have liked and retweeted my post today to spread the word that News for Noobs is now live. Oh, Chrissy Victory, thank you so much. I love you so much. Chrissy Victory is a awesome cosplayer with like lots of followers on Twitter. I don't know how she noticed me, but thank you so much for noticing me, senpai. I love you. And also a big shout out to Sasquatch and Fufu for massively always retweeting my post. You guys make my stream so much more awesome, so thank you so much, Sasquatch and Fufu. Thank you so much for the likes from these people as well, Sasquatch. Shout out also to CB Rifles for the like on my tweet. Big shout out to Zangold. I think he works in Twitch. Thank you so much for the awesome, always like, you know, checking out my Twitter and stuff. I really do appreciate it. Shiki, thank you so much, my head mod, for liking my tweet, and also Fufu as well for the like on my tweet. Coconut, human coconut, what does that mean? Shank, so much, thank you so much for liking my tweet for the other night. I can see that. Let's see. Oh, what else? Let me just scroll up. Oh, a few more notifications. Awi, thank you so much for liking my tweet. Shout out to you, Awi. Thank you so much, Doleski, as well, for liking my tweet, as well as... Wait, hang on, Doleski, you are Sith Lord Kill Porks. Thank you so much for that. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started with the Twitch the News for Noobs. I'm gonna get myself into the voice chat right now, and into Animal Planet, and we will invite one special guest from the viewers, whoever one of you guys want to join the News for Noobs. Come onto our general voice chat, and Shiki will see whether you are okay to join us on the Animal Planet. Of course, like, if you want to join the voice chat, there are rules. You know, don't talk over the streamer, and also just make sure that you are, you know, you're a bit more PC than usual. Like, you're still able to talk about stuff and voice your opinion. And keep in mind that we're voicing opinions on the stream, right? We'll talk about what is being reported on the news, right? And then we'll talk about what we think about what's being reported on. So, like, even if it's a little bit inaccurate, people's opinions are a little bit inaccurate, it's still a reflection of that person's opinion, and so there's no, like, right or wrong, unless they're trolls. Trolls are always wrong. Anyway, let me just introduce who's on the voice chat right now. We've got Fufu and Katagari. Hi!
Heyo.
Hi.
All I'm going to say is coconut consumption. What I meant by that is people do like bounties. Just saying.
Sorry. Oh, like bounties.
Okay, I totally missed that.
Because I hate bounties, so he's giving me shit for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright, let me just have all the windows up on the side on my right. So hang tight while we invite one more person to join us. If anyone else wants to join us, currently we don't have anyone that wants to join us for News for Noobs. We encourage you guys to join us. Oh.
Yeah, join us. It's fun.
It's like a massive wall of text. The first piece of news is not that controversial. We've just got Elon Musk over here. I have more that I'm going to bring up. I have like about 8 windows up right now. So I did collate some other news that I want to talk about on stream. So give me a second while we do that. And we'll get more people to join us. browsers are lagging so much. Alright, we still have a few more notifications that popped up for Twitter. Thank you so much to I Fight Nazism and Sky Frenzy. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for liking my tweet. I've got an interesting Twitter name there. Hey Real911, how are you? Whereabouts are you tuning in from? And K-Vide, welcome to the stream. We're looking for one more person to join us in our voice chat.
Rain Trees is in.
We've got Rain Trees. Hi Rain Trees. I think his microphone and speakers are not working. Can someone
he's
please
setting up.
help? Yeah, okay, alright, great. While he's setting up, I'm gonna set up as well. I think depending on how noisy we are, we can probably fit one more person into our voice chat. If Shiki thinks it's appropriate.
1 second. Let me fix this.
Yeah, okay. For the next few weeks, I want to try some pilot streams, and I want to make one night a storytelling stream. I don't know how you guys...
When you say pilot, what do you mean by that?
Like, pilot means,
like a
you know,
test
like
night.
a test.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like a pilot night, sub dance goal at 7. I mean, I could dance now, but that will scare away half my viewers. Then we'll be left with like no viewers left. No. Unless you guys don't mind the cringe. I actually don't know if this dress will stay up. Cause it's like so it's so flimsy. I'm too scared to dance in it. I got it for really cheap. I got it for like $10, and that's why. I wanted
Is it like a single piece of fabric?
It is a single piece of fabric, and it's strung up. It's held up by this thing.
Oh, shoelace. Totally.
Yeah, it's a shoe. It's not a shoelace. It's just lace. And it's velvet.
Wow, that's kinky.
It's a velvet dress. It feels really comfortable. Like I just want to wear it to sleep.
Isn't that what people sleep in? I was gonna say it's like a 90. You wore a 90 out.
This is my 90, guys. This is what I'm gonna wear to sleep tonight. You like my shoelace? Hi, Big Mom.
Hey man, you do you, man. Some people wear some things to bed, others wear others.
I'll do a short dance while we wait for Rain Trees to set up.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Well, I'll just do a very short dance, so you guys shut up. What should I? Let's see.
No, I can't find this news story.
You guys work it out. I'm gonna go to another channel. This is only because we don't want to have talking while the music video is playing, right? Are you guys ready for cringe? Close your eyes if you're not ready for cringe, alright? Don't say I didn't warn you already. This is our sub goal appreciation dance. When's the music gonna start?
The boys. Come 겁이 나서 시작조차 안 해봤다면 그댄 투덜대지 마라 좀 주저하면 기회는 모두 너를 비켜가 가슴 펴고 나와 봐라 좀 Bring the boys out Bring the boys out. We bring the boys out. We bring the boys out. Yeah. Bring the boys out. 슬리 맞춰 사는 것난 길들여져 버렸니? 괜찮니? 암담한 세상이 그댈 주눅들게 만드니? 괜찮니? 그냥 볼 수가 없어 난 부딪히고 몇 번이고 일어나 날카롭게 멋지게 이뤄내고야 말던 네 야성을 보여줘 My boy Bring the boys out Girls generation make you feel the heat 전 세계가 너를 주목해 Bring the boys out 위풍도 당당하지 뼛속부터 넌 원래 멋졌어 You know the girls Bring the boys out 흔들리지 말고 그댄 자리 지켜 원래 전쟁 같은 삶을 사는 인간인걸 너는 왜 벌써 왜 포기해 넌 멀었잖아 너의 신념을 보여줘 지금 좀 흔들어줘 모두가 널 볼 수 있게 역사는 새롭게 쓰여지게 될걸 주인공은 바로 너 Bring the boys out Girls generation make you feel the heat 전 세계가 너를 주목해 Bring the boys out 위풍도 당당하지 뼛속부터 넌 원래 멋졌어 You know the girls Bring the boys out Girls bring the boys out I wanna dance right now 내가 이끌어줄게 come out 세상 남자들이여 난 number one 지혜로진 않대 나 check this out 즐겨봐라 도전의 설렘 이미 모두 가진 세상의 남자 그대로 쭉 가는 거야 keep up Girls generation we don't stop Bring the boys out 막혀버렸던 미래가 안 보였던 미래가 내 눈앞에 펼쳐져 점점 더 완벽한 네 모습에 마치 난 빨려들 것 같아 My heart 시작조차 안 해봤다면 그댄 투덜대지 말았죠 Just bring the boys out 주저하면 기회는 모두 너를 비켜가 가슴 펴고 나와 봐줘 Cause the girls bring the boys out 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 Girls generation make them feel the heat 전 세계가 우리 주목해 Bring the boys out 세상을 이끈 남자 멋진 여자들 여기 모여라 You know the girls Bring the boys out
Okay, that was Bring the Boys Out. It's a really old song, 2011. Thank you so much for your subs, and that was your sub appreciation dance. Hopefully that wasn't too cringe. Krim, thank you so much for the follow. I'm a terrible dancer, just wanted to let you know. But I will put my dignity down the drain just for you guys. Thank you so much, little Danin. No encore, not right now. So we're gonna get started with news for news. So hopefully Raintrees has everything set up. I'm gonna get myself back into the voice chat, and we will talk about shit that has been happening this week. That's some of them are controversial, some of them are like a little bit meh, and we might just like go over it really quickly. Oh yeah, and big shout out to Zoa for his birthday this weekend. Oh, you like that cringe. I'm not really a hip hop type of person, and plus this dress probably won't survive hip hop. Just saying, I got like a really cheap dress, and I don't really trust it that much. You hire me for birthday present. All right, guys. Back onto the animal planet. All right.
Hi.
How cringe was that dance? Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna get started now. If you're interested to know what's the news article, I'll post it into the chill corner. So get yourself into Discord chat. Type !Discord just to get yourself invited into the chat, so you can have a look at the article. I will quickly summarize the article, so it won't be too boring. I'll just like talk about the most important stuff. So we'll start out with a really just a really relaxing piece of news, nothing too controversial. So this man sent a picture of his girlfriend with a lost t-shirt to his mum, thinking that this picture had nothing wrong with it. And I wanted to show you guys this picture, and I want you to tell me what is wrong with this picture, alright? And those in the voice chat, shh, because you might give it away. Alright, so this is the picture that he sent to his mom, and he also posted this on social media as well. Alright, looks like Fufu's already gotten it. He's one lucky man. Hey, she's really cute. Would you send this picture to your mom? Just saying. Does anyone know?
I'm not getting it here.
You don't know? You don't know what's wrong? Hi Monji, welcome back. Calnan says, always love your PUBG streams. Wait a second, I don't play PUBG, dude. Wrong stream. ADHD says, it went wrong, definitely not purposeful, but prop ban incoming. What? Why ban incoming? Nice.
I mean, I see something, but like I don't understand why people are like.
You see something? You guys can't tell?
Yeah.
Okay, let me zoom in. Let me zoom into what. Maybe you guys will get it if I zoom in. Alright, let me zoom in. Hold on. Oops. Hang on. Let me zoom into this. This thing. Can you guys see? Can you guys finally see the truth?
Alright, what was that? Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if that's what they were giggling at. They were giggling little girls.
My boob came out while I was dancing. Did it? I don't think so. You thought it was some sort of Christmas decoration? Did you guys really think it was some sort of Christmas decoration?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm a fan of lights.
Oh yeah, I don't see any lights there, but yeah. So I think most of you guys got it now. So he had a picture of his girlfriend. He thought it was really cute, and he didn't realize that it was actually it showed their kinkiness to his mother, and suffice to say, I don't know. Maybe he's got a really open-minded mom or something like that. Yeah, I don't think there was a nip slip. I think maybe you guys haven't seen nipples before, but you know, that wasn't a nip slip. Okay, just saying.
That's the most covered up nip slip I've ever seen, if that's a nip slip.
Yeah, I don't think you guys saw a nip slip. Just doesn't happen on my stream, just saying, you know. Anyway, we're going to go on to the next piece of news now. Alright. Alright guys, we're going to go on to the next piece of news. And do you know that Elon Musk actually had a bet with our Australian government?
Looks like Bernie got some extra food.
I will check my VOD, don't worry. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. Don't get too excited here, you know. Grab some tissue papers if you want to like calm down or something. Alright, okay. Elon Musk. I know, Amisu. It's because some of these people are probably virgins and they probably don't know what nipples actually look like. So that's probably why they thought it was a nip slip. But anyway, I'm going to move on. Elon Musk had a bet with the Australian government saying that, you know, if I can make this renewable energy type of plant, it's a battery type of thing. Within 100 days, then you can get it for free. And he actually finished the installation in 66 days. So it was completed less than 2 months after the contract was signed in September. The reason why Elon Musk entered into this bet was because South Australian government was going, help, our you know, we've run out of electricity a few times now. We had not enough electricity to like, what do you call it, to flow into our Australian homes for a bit. And Elon Musk surprisingly actually answered their call for help.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember like I remember hearing from my cousin who also lives in South Australia that they have blackouts just on a
regular basis.
Not terribly regular, but still like too regular of a basis.
Yeah, blackouts just don't really happen in first world countries, and it's only in Australia.
Yeah, they don't really happen unless something particularly bad happens, like a massive storm or cut power lines. But in South Australia, they happen like a bunch of times in a row for like a month of things, like over 2 months or something like that. Yeah.
Does that article say anything about the battery, like having a call it something? Anyway, so the battery's gonna be direct current, right? Does it say anything about generating it, like not rectifying it, but basically it turns it from direct current to like alternating current? Does it say anything about that?
Hang on, let me just put this in the chill corner so you guys can actually read the article. It says that it's a massive 100 megawatts, 229 what's MWH mean? Megahertz?
Megawatt hour.
Megawatt
hours,
hour. Battery installation. I think it's good enough to power more than South Australia, right? I think I read somewhere that it was good enough to power more than South Australia.
100 megawatts is probably good for like a big city, I guess.
South Australia is not that big, is it?
It's a big state.
Land-wise, it's
land-wise it's big, but like in terms of population, it's not that.
No, in terms of population, it's okay.
Its peak demand is more than supply. We don't have an elastic generation capability, so we did a short-term storage to smooth it out. God, enough with the nip slip. It's not a nip slip, okay? My nipples are not black. Just saying. I'm wearing a black bra. You might have seen the top of my bra, but like, you know, it's not my nipples. But anyway, let's move on, okay? There's better things and more interesting things than what you think was a nip slip. We're gonna go on now, okay? All right. Let's have a look. YG is the entertainment company in South Korea. If you love K-pop, you would probably know YG Entertainment. They're planning to debut a new girl group. They're gonna... What are you guys laughing at? I'm gonna bitch slap all of you. They're gonna debut a new girl group. They debuted with Blackpink, I think it was in 2016. So that was like last year. Soon to be the year before when we hit 2018. But they're planning to debut a new girl group, and everyone is completely furious about this because apparently Blackpink was a major cash cow for YG, and instead of investing in the girls and promoting them and marketing them, they are spending the resources, spending their money like that they earn from Blackpink into another group that they're gonna launch. And basically, YG has had a reputation of using their cash cows and not investing in their cash cows, so to speak, and not investing in their artists and just like spending money on trying to create more artists and debuting all these artists every single year on year. And it's just gotten like so much that, you know, the Korean entertainment industry is just so saturated with girl groups and boy groups that they're just like, everyone's just like super outraged because they want to hear more music for Blackpink. They want to see more advertisements and marketing from Blackpink, but they're not getting it. You know, they're not getting new music. Blackpink hasn't even launched an album yet, even though they released everything digitally and in singles, and they earn so much money for YG, but they're not actually being treated well by YG, which is like, it's really unfair. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, so
I don't really know anything about this.
But why is that bad? Sales about pipeline management. But the thing is, okay, so you guys know. I guess I'll ask you a question. Like, in terms of esports, right? Like, I can easily this just pretend this is not a girl group. Pretend this is not making music. Pretend it's an esports team, right? That's been winning lots and lots of money. Like, say, a League of Legends team that's been earning lots of prize money, getting a lot of sponsorship money, getting Riot benefits because they're a league team. And then the esports organization takes that money, instead of giving, like, the members, you know, food and, you know, freaking decent place to stay or whatever it is, they go and spend that money to, like, something else. They spend it on another esports team, or if they spend it on like other projects that's not related to that team.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this was possibly outlined in their contract, so they did join into this with the understanding that they may or may not end up like this, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't just join it willingly and be like, oh yeah.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of people,
ordinary?
but a lot of people join, like, girl groups and guy groups because they want to be famous. They don't really look at the intrinsic parts of the contract where, you know, we're gonna not give you, like, enough food to eat, or we're not gonna give you, like, a good place to stay. We're gonna work you 18 hours a week. Like, they don't really care about that much when they first sign the contract. They just really excited about being famous. So shouldn't there be like a really a minimal standard of care? Like, unions get freaking, like, you know, like in Australia, industrial groups get a minimum standard of care, minimum amount of wages and that type of thing. But it seems like these girl groups, they don't get that, or guy groups, you know.
I feel like it's one of those things where there's an expectation where you're in this industry, specifically in Korea, and it's sort of, I guess, well known, isn't it, that like boy groups, girl groups, they get this sort of treatment at a low level until they actually make it.
Well, but they made it. Like, Blackpink still make it, but they're still working, like, crazy hours, and they're not really seeing any money. They're not being treated well. Like, everyone knows Blackpink, right? We've heard of the Blackpink songs, and we know they haven't received any they haven't even launched an album yet.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is it because we know, because we are part of that? Because think about it like this. People, okay, I know this is a poor example, but people know Big Bang, right?
Mm.
I've sort of heard of them, yes.
Yeah, we know Big Bang.
Yeah. Big Bang has been at it for maybe 10 plus years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people in the Western world, outside of people who are really interested in it, are sort of knowing who Big Bang is. People just recently found out who, what's that other group?
Red Velvet?
Army? No, Army. The fans are called Army.
Mm-hmm. I don't
but
know.
yeah, like,
you want to be more specific than that?
Very kind. And Erebus,
like
thanks for your host. Sorry.
I'm trying to remember. They made the song Fire and...
Fire? I don't know the song
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, BTS. Just America, like a lot of America's mainstream media just recently found out about BTS because of them winning the music award. Like, mainstream media, like...
When you say mainstream, do you mean like Western mainstream?
Yeah.
You don't mean like K-pop mainstream?
Yeah, because you're saying K-pop mainstream.
No, I'm saying... Wait, no, I'm not talking about K-pop mainstream or whatever. I'm just saying that Blackpink earns, say, YG, this is a number that I pulled out of my ass, $100 million, right? And instead of giving the girls money, right, as salary, and giving them, like, rest time, they're still working them, like, 16, 18 hours a day, and they don't promote or market Blackpink whatsoever. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But I feel like maybe companies have realized it's a better investment to do it that way, where they invest in multiple.
That is YG's business model. Basically, to take that 100 million, right, and start up 10 other groups, so that maybe one out of the 10 other groups will generate more cash. Like, he doesn't seem to care about their artists as much, especially the artists where Blackpink has a formula that seems to work, right? But he's not capitalizing on it. He's not promoting the girls. He's not even giving them an album. They've debuted for almost 2 years now, right? And they don't even have an album. And he wants to debut like another girl group and a guy group. I think King Can mentioned as well.
Could just be a reflection, I guess, of the company and not. Would it just be an issue with the company? So, if, let's say they were part of a different company, this wouldn't be an issue, or do you think it's just?
I think it's just the business model. People are just like upset with how he's not giving support. When I say he, YG used to be the CEO of YG, but I think he stepped down as CEO. But he still calls the shots.
Yeah, okay.
Uma Goss says, have you met Loser Fruit in real life? Yes, I have. She's a streamer from Australia as well. And she's really, really pretty in real life as well. Like, she looks really pretty in her stream, and she's really pretty in real life. I have met her. iMog says, is Blackpink Korean? Yes, they are Korean. But they're made out of, like, Koreans from different countries. Like, I think Jenny was from Australia or New Zealand. Can't remember now.
Yeah, one's from New Zealand,
One
one's
is
from Australia,
from
one's from
Philippines.
Thailand.
Oh, one is actually. Is it Philippines? Oh, Thailand. Oh, yeah, one is Thai.
Yep. Also, they're actually more of an oceanic band.
Mm.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
King Kitten says they need to bring the same amount of money when Big Bang goes for military service. There are talks about that as well, because Big Bang is going to military service. They're not going to be a cash cow for YG anymore, so he's going to try to debut as many groups as possible to make up for that lack of cash coming in. Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the next piece of news. I just wanted to kind of like ask for your opinion about it, but I guess it's not as relatable. But when I turn it to esports, like, what do you guys think about that? You have a league team that earns all the money, and then like the org spends it on like CS:GO team, and spends it on like I don't know what other team, Overwatch team. Or
it does sound like a really shitty deal, but I don't know, like.
I mean, like, if they're using part of it to support their current league team, I guess it's not too bad.
But at the same time, how do I put this? If it works for him and it is actually generating a lot of money, I don't think he'd ever think of it either way. Because he'd be like, well, I'm making money. I'm sort of creating a system where not only do we create a lot of hits, but we're also producing a lot of content that will also create a lot of hits. He won't really change it unless it completely fucks up at this point. So essentially, this new system that he's made up, if it completely gets like shot to the ground, then he won't do it probably after this. So, I mean, the viewers and the people who enjoy the content are the ones who will sort of define it at this point. Yeah.
That bot, hi to you, welcome to the stream. I will be talking about that in a little bit. S. Griffin, welcome back. The company name is still investing, it's just upset fans on the news. No, I think the fans are upset that they're not getting an album from Blackpink. Yeah. AV says there are many other girls looking for a big break too. Someone else would gladly take a worse deal. Yeah, but like, still, like, girls groups, like, they're still humans. You gotta treat them like humans. You gotta give them rest time and all that stuff. Yeah.
What do you mean they're getting treated poorly, as in they're not eating or anything? How do we know this?
Well, they like our reports saying that the girls don't really have time to eat much, or when they eat they can't eat certain things so they can keep their image, and then they have like X amount hours of workload time. They barely get enough sleep. So like I think that's very like that's the minimal amount that you should care for your employees, that they
understand that
eat
but
enough.
Also, the second thing I have.
Yeah.
The second thing I have is what are their options for just stopping? Are they stuck in this paperwork loop where if they stop they're going to jail or something?
Oh, they've got a contract. Basically, what Korean entertainment companies, they lock you into a contract. They invest like $1 million in you for training, dancing, all that stuff for 5 years, and then you have to work to pay that off before you can actually see any money come your way. And a lot of these girls, they just don't have an option to leave. And plus,
well, what I have to say about that, my honest opinion, is if they know what they're getting into, and it's 5 years worth with $1 million in education on whatever they're doing. I say that's a good trade-off. Like, yeah, sure, they're working their asses off and they're not eating the way they should, but at least they're getting enough to survive.
But
right?
what
A
about
lot of
like
people
the
don't get that,
company
and
is investing in them to like make them an even more popular group so they can earn even more money so they can pay all the debts? What if the company is not coming to their side? I don't know if their contract says the company has to reinvest in them after they debut, but the common sense thing to do is to invest in marketing them, invest in getting an album for them so they can sell that, so that they can pay off the debt. But the company doesn't seem to be doing that. They're investing in other things. They're putting these goods on the side.
I understand that too, but I mean, I can see why people are upset about it, right? Like, hey, invest in them, they're good. But also, on another hand, I forgot who was talking about it, but the CEO doesn't see that. He doesn't. Sometimes people just don't see the people that are working for them as people.
Yeah.
They just see them as a cash cow, and they're using them that way. And yeah, sure, you can get mad at the guy for it, but that's what he does, and the girls know what they're getting into, right?
I guess,
I'm not
but
saying,
like it's not like, yeah, they've signed into the contract. Like obviously for them, like they would rather be a K-pop idol and be known than be unknown. But
I think the bottom line is this legal?
It's legal. Otherwise,
and
yeah,
then I guess there's nothing else we can really do.
No,
or anyone can
no,
really
but
do.
I just wanted to
It
kind of
does seem-
like
it might seem
ask for your
wrong to do this,
opinions.
but,
Yeah.
You can write them a letter, say hello.
Hi
you can totally
YG,
do
what
that.
you're doing is completely fucked up. Sincerely,
And
Jenna
they're
Cloud
writing, like,
from Twitch
Google,
TV
isn't
/
it?
Jenna Cloud.
I suppose you can write a complaint like that. Yeah.
You have to write it in like Korean, isn't it? Does he understand English? Or...
Yeah, YG knows English. Yeah.
Does he understand the English?
Oh, that's racist. That's just racist.
People are Chinese, so it's fine.
King Kankin says maybe YG's salty about Icon and Blackpink not as successful as GOT7 and Twice. I think GOT7's disbanded and Twice isn't. I don't really
Yeah,
like...
Twice is amazing.
I don't really like Twice. I prefer Blackpink over them. But like...
I prefer Twice.
Okay.
'Cause-
Oh boy, here we go.
Alright, we're gonna go on to the next piece of news. Okay. Anyway, I think YG will just like reject me flat out. Okay.
Just laugh at the letter.
Okay, this is more less light-hearted news. Apparently, there's an Australian 20-year-old. He was Australian-born, and he's been plotting to cause a mass shooting in Melbourne during New Year's Eve, and he's been plotting for months now. And the Australian police have arrested him for planning the mass shooting, and I guess this is probably one of a kind. In Australia we don't have mass shootings, and for the police to actually kind of get this person before he's done anything, I'm really grateful for. I think there's a few more other arrests last December for a plan to attack Federal Square. That's Federal Square? Where's Federal Square? Do they mean Federation Square?
Federation. It says Federation Square.
No, it says,
Yeah, it says
Federal
Federation
Square here. This red light, this red word, Federal Square.
Oh, my one says Federation.
It's kind of a similar plot to attack Federal Square.
Yeah, it says
Let's have a
Federal.
look. It links to another.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh no, this is in Canberra though.
Oh, Federal
It's
Square's
probably-
a place in Canberra? Okay.
Solve that mystery.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, you know how throughout this year I've been harping on about, you know, gun laws and everything in the States, and how, you know, having them in place would really fix things for the US. And then, like, now I read stuff planning about mass shootings in Australia. It just makes me feel, like, really unsafe in Australia now. And that's probably
the
what
police are doing
terrorists...
their job. They're clearly doing their job pretty well. They managed to get the guy before New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's
there's
a good point.
so many months ahead.
I mean, like, sure, like, one of the arguments that anti-gun law people always use, which is more or less correct, is that gun laws, to some extent, probably won't stop someone who really wants to shoot up a bunch of people from following through with even with all of the restrictions that we can place on top of guns. But you know, at the same time, it stops a lot of people from. It stops a lot of people who might have that random tendency to just shoot up a bunch of people from shooting up a bunch of people when they can go back to doing something seemingly normal. This guy clearly, like you said, he was plotting for like.
Did he even have a gun?
Yeah, he was
I don't know if
planning on getting an automatic rifle.
So
which,
he doesn't have one.
Planning on getting one, so he had to figure out how to do that too. Which basically means that without gun laws, it's really hard to get.
It's really difficult unless
to
he gets
not even
like,
just
kill a bunch of people.
He wanted to get automatic gun.
An automatic gun in general, like in Australia and the US, is illegal to obtain.
Yeah, but it would be so hard to get it from
one step further
Australia,
and
right?
got rid of the semi-autos as well.
iMog says.
But anyway.
Honestly, it's not guns, it's the people. Guns are just tools, yeah. And people need to stop harping on about, like, immigrants causing these things because this guy was born in Australia.
Yep. Is he Islamic in any way, shape, or form? Let's see.
He is an extremist.
Well, he said he was a sympathizer.
He's a sympathizer. Yeah.
Sympathizer. Okay, well there we go.
He is Australian born with Somali parents. There we go. Hans Schuber, welcome back. Guns are tools, but in the hands of a fool. SMH. ADH says, of course it is. Hold on. Of course it is. It's not hard to get a gun anywhere if you really want a gun. I think it's pretty difficult because our border control, our security control is really strict here. Our border control.
The whole premise of our gun laws is to make it really hard to get a gun. Like in order to get a gun, in order to get a gun legally, first you have to like pass a bunch of tests, do a background check, have a like competency check, and then like when you have your gun, I think it's like every few years you have to like renew your license like you do with a car. So like compared to America, where it's just like go to a supermarket, go grab a gun, pay, shoot someone, it's compared to that like it's super difficult.
Yeah, but like the thing is, to carry out something like this, they needed to have an automatic gun. I think to get an automatic gun in the US is so difficult unless you have the proper license. I think if you're ex-military.
No, I don't.
I think Raintrees can probably correct me on that. I think you have to be like a particular personnel to actually have access to a gun, automatic gun.
Oh, in America, you're talking about?
Yeah.
It depends where you're at, honestly. Like where I'm from, you can't get a gun at all. Like I'm from the New York, New Jersey area, and it is so hard to get a gun, you wouldn't believe it. But if you go to some place like, I don't know, Texas, right? I'm not sure about Texas exactly, but there are places where you pretty much just show up, they do a background check, right, with air quotes, background check, and you get your gun. But if it's something like a pistol or a hunting rifle, like it's usually not that bad. Like, you know, people hunt, it's a thing. But if you're looking to get like an AR-15 or something, like people are gonna be like, "Yeah, what's going on?" You're actually
you don't need to defend yourself with an automatic gun, automatic rifle.
But if you have any records, like crime records, usually like a lot of people get them. If you're a felon, you absolutely can't have a gun.
What if you used to you were locked up into a mental institution because you had suicidal tendencies? Okay. Yeah.
Also, I'm just looking at the gun laws in America. Apparently, possession of automatic weapons or short barrel shotguns or rifles prohibited by the Department of Justice Dangerous Weapons Permit. Permission is rarely granted outside of film industry, so you can't have like a gun that looks like an automatic rifle unless you work for the film industry, apparently legally.
Yeah,
and also it's not just the legal stuff; it's the illegal, like how easy it is to get illegal guns in the US compared to Australia. In Australia, I think it's pretty difficult to get illegal automatic guns and.
Yep, this is for America. Guns. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're talking about
anyway.
Australia, so yeah.
All right, yeah.
And just really quickly on the whole guns and tools thing, that's the only problem I have with that point is that yes, guns are tools, but their sole purpose is to essentially attack and harm and ultimately kill people. So it's kind of
not just people; it could be animals.
People, animals, anything. It's the sole purpose of a gun is to hurt, maim, kill something. So I think it's a bit disingenuous and probably a false equivalency to be like guns are just tools. Like a hammer is just a tool. Yes, a hammer is a tool that you can kill someone with, but it also hammers a nail to build a house. Like
It's not like it's not designed to kill or maim something.
The sole purpose of a hammer is not to kill someone. The sole purpose of a gun is to kill someone. You might be defending yourself, but you're defending yourself with the idea of killing someone. Soul, S-O-L-A, not soul, not the human soul. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. J2A97 says probably easier to just rob a house and steal the weapons when they go on holidays. What? That's so random.
That's pretty much how most people get their guns if they're trying to do something illegal too.
Yeah. Catalonia says their role is also to protect you from other people with a gun. Or if that society does not have a gun in the first place, then you don't need a gun, right? Like a lot of our cops don't actually hold a gun in Australia.
Actually, these days I'm seeing a lot of cops
today.
Walking around.
Not all cops have a gun.
They do.
The cops walking down the street, I don't see them with a gun.
Maybe not every single one of them, but I have seen quite a few just like walking around with the concealed pistol. Well, not concealed, it's holstered. But it's not like they're like ready to like yank it out at any given point in time.
Do 100% of our cops walking down the street have guns? Because I've never noticed.
Usually, if you don't see it, they're probably like security. With similar, because there's security who are technically police, but they're not allowed to carry guns, or like there's actual cops who aren't allowed to carry guns for specific reasons.
Okay. Really? So not all of them, right? That's what I mean. Not all of them.
Oh, I'm sure not all of them.
Most of the ones that you see around,
There's gun control. Yeah, we've got very strict gun control in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Okay. ADHD says all cops have a pistol in Australia. 100%. Really?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's like standard for all cops.
I never.
UK police doesn't.
I never really noticed the cops having guns.
Oh, because the way they carry it is not really. Because they have a lot of other stuff. They have the vest, which has the tasers and stuff. They have the.
Yeah, they have like this thick vest, like they could swim in there and float. It's like a floaty stuff. Like a floaty
It's essentially
vest.
body armor.
Yeah.
No, they carry a lot of shit. So like, it's not like you're like unless you look at their leg and look for the gun, you probably won't see it, sort of thing.
Catalona says what you just said is bad people just use a knife. Both persons own guns. They are in even grounds. Guns give you balance. Person's skills, training, strength don't matter then.
Oh, I don't know.
But like if everyone else don't have a gun, then like if that person has a knife or a bat, you run the fuck away from them.
And also, I don't know, person's skills, training.
You can't run from a gun. Yeah.
You can.
Oh no, you can run behind something from a gun.
Oh no, like honestly, unless they're trained to shoot and you're still target, it's pretty hard to apparently shoot someone with a gun unless they spray and hopefully hit you.
You thought Bruce Wayne was a real person. I wish it was a real person. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next piece of news. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, ADHD. I didn't know that all cops had a gun. Now I know. Residents furious over. Okay, so there's this apartment in the north side of Sydney. We're in Sydney, so that's where I'm from. North side of Sydney, and it's a new $35 million apartment block. And the front of the apartment block actually has a sign, and it's in Chinese, right? Australia is a English-speaking country. English is our main language. And we have an apartment block with a title that's in Chinese. Now, I can't read this, okay? I think a lot of neighbors around this apartment block, Aussies, they're really furious with this apartment like constructor. They're saying that this freaking word could just say "fuck you, Australia," and you wouldn't even know. I guess my personal opinion is that I think there should be some sort of translation for it, because we're in Australia. You should have Australian signs, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. What do you think? Do you think this is completely like they should take down the sign? If they should have a translation for the sign? Do you think Australia should have buildings that have non-English words on it?
Okay.
First things first, Jenna. Australian signs? Come on, no, they're English signs.
English signs. Oh, did I say Australian signs? I meant.
Yeah, you said Australian
Sorry,
signs.
I meant
It should be
English.
written in Australian.
Australia, mate.
Alright.
Okay,
Australian,
Australia, mate. All right.
Alright, this one is so easy. So first off, right, the guy who owns this place, it's his property, right? He can do what he wants with it. He wants a Chinese sign, go ahead. So it says here the point is to make the estate more attractive to Chinese buyers.
Yes,
that's his
that's
right.
right.
He can do that.
That's right.
He owns this place.
Mhm.
I don't understand what the problem is. If he wants more Chinese buyers to come in,
Mhm.
you know, that's his right. Whatever.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm just
He
gonna
owns
put that
this. Let him do his thing.
in the chill
It's
corner.
not offending anybody. Oh, just because it's a different language, it's not offensive.
I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to hear someone else fighting for the construction company. Pondustry says, "Aren't there a bunch of Chinese investors in Australia?" What Raintree said is absolutely right. So the reason why he's got the Chinese sign there, it actually means, translated to English, I think it means Han Ling Yuan, which is an ancient Chinese like area where, you know, people were really smart and it was a center of excellence. So it's meant to kind of convey that type of feeling so that Chinese investors will buy the property. And because this apartment is in close proximity of really high academia, freaking high schools or something, like with really, you know, awesome results, they wanted to kind of convey that as well. You've reported my stream to the authorities. Good luck with that, Grandmaster. Avi says, so Raintrees, how do we know it isn't offensive, the sign? Well, there's a translation in the news article, but people, the local residents who can't read Chinese would probably go, why is this, why is this in Chinese? We can't read this. ADHD says, if anything, I think people who are fed up with the sign are in the wrong. Why do they care at all? Is the sign hurting them in any way? It's a freaking sign, for God's sakes.
Okay, okay. Based on that, we could also say that it's encouraging some sort of segregation within the community.
Yeah, that's what people are saying as well. It's segregating them. Like, the people living there, they say that the apartment makes them feel alienated from their own home.
And I get Raintree's argument where it's, oh yeah, like, it's his property, he can do whatever. But at the same time, I'm guessing this may become a current issue where, like, I guess I always said, like, if they need anything specifically from, I guess, emergency services, or they require something like that.
They have a street number, bitch.
That's all they have. And
Yeah.
how are they going to convey what's going on if they are brought into an area where they're meant to feel, okay, this is a place where people like me from mainland China can be and be just ourselves. And now they're just on their own.
Well, I don't get that. No.
Here's a rebuttal of that. So, emergency services, how can I help you? Yeah, hello, this is, you know, whatever. I need help at 13 Camway Street, the place with the Chinese sign in front of it.
Oh, no, more like they can't actually convey anything, because...
How can they not convey? There's a street number.
No, but at the same time, if their English isn't as, I guess, adept as most people, where they can't say the sign, or they can't say what's going on, or say something bad's happening.
Oh, so you're
But for
concerned
you
with
to migrate to
the
Australia,
people
you need
that
to know
live there.
English.
Wait, you're
Oh,
concerned
yeah.
with the people that are going to be living in the apartment complex that may not speak English, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point, it's that person's problem, right? They either learn the language of the country, or they're screwed, right?
Oh,
Again,
dude,
with
there's
accidents.
tons. Yeah.
I mean, it's their right to live in a place where they want to live, such as an apartment complex made for, you know, the Chinese people, so that they can be around people like that. However, it's still their right to learn or not learn that language. However, if they don't learn the language, they're screwed, and they know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, John
Because
C
of-
from Perth. Welcome to the stream. Is
Yeah,
this
'cause-
really in mainstream? Yeah, this is in mainstream news. Oh, in Australia. Not from the US, obviously. Yeah. I just wanted. I'm like really curious to see what you guys have to say. Like, they. By the way, I didn't mention this, but they did get council approval to get that sign.
Oh, then fuck.
The council
Yeah,
said
if
yes.
it's still approval, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think something in that article that said that it might violate some sort of regulation. I don't know.
I think it was meant to be in the property and not supposed to be like visible outside. Let me just have a look. Visible. The council said it approved an application for Mandarin sign, but said it should not be visible from the street.
That looks like it's visible from the street.
Oh, that's gonna be visible from the street.
Yeah.
Easy. Well,
Yeah.
that's
like, I mean, I can
Also-
understand from both point of views, but I think like to make people feel a bit more comfortable, there should be an English translation at the bottom.
I think that would just be the smart thing to do. Like, it doesn't really make.
Just not to piss people off, you know.
Also,
Because
random
like we are
question.
still an English-speaking country, and like for me, if I lived somewhere near there, like I'm Chinese, I'm not offended by the sign, but I want to be able to kind of like refer to that apartment and go, "Hey, look, it's the center of excellence." You know, I don't know.
Although, frankly, if you called your apartment the center of excellence, that's a bit much, isn't it?
Hey, my house used to have a name as well. It was like the Embassy
Whoa.
Royale.
okay. How many people are actually tricked into believing this is a high quality place?
It's a
Based
$35
on just the
million
name.
apartment.
Oh no, but like based on the
Block,
name
right?
specifically.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. Ken. What did Ken say? I missed out on what he said.
Something about like the idea that anyone who's not white faces a lot of racism. Yes or no? And I'm saying.
Yeah, well, there are some racism in Australia, especially with the older generation people. I don't feel it personally myself, even as a kid growing up, but I have heard secondhand how other people have faced racism in this
We're
country.
probably closer to be. We're probably more racist towards Aborigines than we are towards anyone else.
Oh, actually, I lie. There's this one small incident when I was a kid, and a white woman like scolded me for doing something. I can't remember. It was trivial to me, and then I just cried.
But in regards to what?
I don't know. I think I was like walking somewhere. I was like walking on like, I was walking
grass.
somewhere, and I don't know. Maybe I offended the woman or something. But I was really young. I was like 6 years old or 7 years old. But I've kind of like have it hidden away in my memory. And she yelled at me, and then she's like, "This is Australia," blah 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 blah. And then I was like. Then I cried. But that
Just
was
sounds like a
probably
massive
the
dick.
only like racism that I had growing up.
Are you sure that was racism and not just her being a dick?
Well, I think she was being racist because she saw that I was yellow skinned, and then she's like, "This is Australia, you can't do this here," or something. I can't remember what I did though.
I bet you like fucking like walked on a fucking grass and pretended it was yours or something.
I
like
don't
spat on
know.
the
I
ground.
don't know what I did. I was like a kid, okay? I don't know. Catalona says
Anyway.
that's not racism. Well, if you are someone of color and someone said this is Australia, we don't do something like that here, you would feel like it's racist. Like
Not necessarily. I
Wow.
say that to. We say that
no,
to white people
I
all
don't
the time
say
who
that
wanna,
to
like, do
people.
random
That's
stuff.
like that's number one derogatory.
no,
You're
one-
looking
one
down
thing
on
is-
them.
Hang on. No, what I mean is like when even like a white person just does something really stupid and really,
But I wasn't doing
offensive.
anything stupid. I was like,
No. I'm not talking about your thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the idea that like when someone says this is Australia, we do not do this. That's not inherently a racist.
But what if that
statement, because
person
we say that to
is
everyone.
from Australia? Like it's like you know,
Yeah,
what if
we've
that
done that
person
to-
was
we've done
born
that
in
to people.
Australia and she's not doing
Yeah,
anything
we've-
wrong? He's just like looking at me like I'm Asian and then like just telling me off for doing what I like to do. That's part of my culture. Or you know, if I'm just walking down the street and you know I was
with
looking
that
at a
context,
flower
then
in her
yes, that would-
in her garden or something like that, and she comes to me and go, "This is Australia. You don't do this in Australia. Looking at other people's flowers."
Okay,
You know?
okay, with that added context, then yes, that would be.
No, were you actually looking at a flower?
No, I'm just giving an example. That's not what happened.
No. Now, see, that's the thing. Like, once we figure out what the actual context of her saying that, if it was you, like, legit, just like walking down the street, and like you just looked a bit different, and then she said that, sure. But if it's like you doing something like something that where it's adversely like awkward or like weird compared to like where you like okay.
I was
now,
really
like,
young. I don't remember much. Okay, I just remember
Okay, that's
like
the thing,
this,
that's the
this
thing.
woman like yelling at
Yeah,
me
okay,
and saying this
that's
is
cool.
Australia. Okay, all right.
My point is just the phrase "This is Australia. We don't do this," etc., etc., etc. Like, I don't think you can really use that as means to call her a racist.
But she just assumed
because-
that I'm not from Australia. You hear that?
No.
She
that's-
assumed
no,
that
no,
I was
hang on.
not from Australia. That's being racist.
No. But my point is, we've used that phrase on people that we know are from Australia. Like, for example, when people...
I don't use that. Don't lump me with you.
No. No, I mean, like, we as a society have used that in a very broad sense. Like, for example, when there was a girl who called Adam Goods what was it, a monkey or a gorilla or something, and then people were like, "This is Australia. We don't do this." That's what I mean. Like that kind
But
of.
Australia is so. I think like Imog
You don't
said
even go
something
here.
about cultural difference. Australia is multicultural. Like Australia is not defined by like a thing
but
that
we've-
everyone does. It is multicultural because we are increasingly taking people from overseas. We have people from all sorts of background. It's not like an all-white Australia or all, you know, what's that word again that I can't use, but then there's another word for it. Indigenous, right?
Wait, you can't use that word?
No, I can
there's
use
a specific
indigenous.
word I have fucking shouted at her for using, and I will shout at her again if she does.
Okay.
Indigenous
Well,
is the
anyway,
right
okay,
word,
okay.
is the politically
Jenna,
correct
Jenna.
word because I've been corrected so many times, okay? Like,
Alright.
Australia has a lot of different cultures. You can't just say, this is the Australian way. It's not like I'm, like, freaking shitting in the middle of the street. I'm not
No,
doing
I
that.
think yes, but I think you're missing my point, which
Yeah.
is that you've taken that phrase to as sort of an indicator that she's being racist.
Well,
but I'm
yeah, I
saying
felt
that
like she was
that-
being racist towards me. Like, if I was white, she wouldn't have
and
said
I'm just
anything.
telling-
If I was a white kid, she wouldn't have said anything. That's why it's racist.
Oh, I think if I don't know, like it really.
Nah,
depends
I'm
on
telling
what
you,
were
she
doing.
was being racist. Just like, this is my childhood memory, she was being racist, okay? If I was white, she wouldn't have done anything. She wouldn't have said anything whatsoever, because what I was doing was completely fine as a kid. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Then what were you doing that was completely
I
fine?
don't remember. It was like walking down the street, like probably I looked at her funny, or I've smelt her flowers, or I don't know what it was. But it
Did
wasn't.
you spit on the ground?
I didn't spit on the ground. It's not what I do.
Okay. I mean, she probably fixed it.
Yeah.
But you
Okay,
know,
look, if it was something as innocuous as that, then sure. But if it wasn't, then no. But I'm just saying that phrase we've used that against white people.
I think
We've used
like
that
I'm
against
not
other
using
people.
anything
We've used that
against white people. I'm
everyone.
just saying that I've never really felt much racism in Australia. So most people have treated me well, except for that one incident where I felt like it was racist. Okay.
Anyway,
Catalona
go on.
says it might actually be the other way around. You being racist. Didn't you call her white when you started the story? Yes, that's how you call someone like white. Like what else is? How do you describe someone who is white? Like I don't know if
Grumpy
she's
old Aussie lady.
European.
Asian.
Or I don't know if she was from Australia. The hell would I know? Like she's just white to me. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if she's from Europe, if she's like from
Caucasian. Yeah.
like if she was a sort of Caucasian, like you know, I don't. Anyway,
okay, since this is in the past and you have a very poor memory of the situation, it's better.
when I was a kid, I did not know the word Caucasian. Okay, to me she was white.
Scary Aussie lady. She looks
When
like she's
I
40.
was a young man, I remember an old time.
Okay.
Let's move on.
All right, we're gonna
That
move
sounds
on
like
to
a
the
good
next
idea.
piece of news. Okay, so 2 Americans were arrested in Thailand for exposing their butts in front of a temple. It was a temple of worship. It's a place of worship, and people in Thailand are extremely upset at them. They've kind of blocked it out. I wonder how they exposed themselves. They really pulled their pants down or something, or did they show butt crack?
Probably.
Like we can't really tell from this picture, you know, what amount of skin they were showing. Hi Two Turned, welcome to the stream. Oh, another person, a Chinese person getting called Ching Chong Ling Long. I've seen this happen in the street, but I've never been called that before. in my face. Maybe they called it to me like behind my back, but they've never called it to me to my face. But it's usually just kids being uneducated and parents not teaching them well enough. We're going to move on to this news article over here. So yeah, the Thai government said the 2 tourists could face jail time for posing naked for this photo, like in the butt. And I think the US is sending someone over to like negotiate with the Thai authorities, and I can hear a lot of typing in the background.
Oops.
Yeah, and I think I want to just, you know, kind of like show you guys, bring it to the stream. What do you guys think of people disrespecting other people's culture when they go overseas?
You know, you're on their land, their rules.
Yep.
So, okay. I don't actually agree with that. So, I've been all over the world at this point. And one thing that bothers me so much is, like, let's say even in Japan, right? I live in Japan.
Yeah.
You get on the train, you follow the culture, you're quiet, you don't use your phone, everybody gets along.
Wait, you
But
can't use
every
your
once in a
phone?
while- No, you can. It's just, you know, part of the culture that you refrain from talking on your phone loud.
Okay.
Right? It's because the trains are supposed to be quiet.
Okay.
Also, you can read
It's
something,
just
but
how
not
it is.
talk.
Yep.
It's nice, right? But every once in a while, I'll get like an American from base or just some random guy.
Yep.
And they'll just be yelling or drunk or whatever, stumbling, like arguing with people. And it's like, why? Why do you gotta do this? Like, you are the reason why people don't like Americans. And like, you don't have to do that. Just follow the rules, sit down, be quiet, wait until you get to your destination. And stuff like this right here, right? The Thailand nude, whatever. Like, I could totally see people doing this. I can. Like, the people I'm around, it's ridiculous.
Do you think they should be jailed?
Why? Absolutely. They knew the rules. Like, you go someplace and you respect it.
Yeah.
And if you get in trouble for it, that's your fault. Okay? Like, even what you're doing, you know you shouldn't be doing that at home. So why here? What makes it different?
Especially even
pretty
in a
much
place of
summarizes
worship as well, which is like secret to the locals.
That just
So-
pretty much summarizes what I just said. Their land, their rules. Simple and easy.
So category
I thought
and
you said their lives, their rules, and I was like, oh,
No, their land, their rules. You know,
so
yeah.
category
My
and
house, my rule.
rain trees. How much jail time do you think they should have for this?
Oh, jail time? Less than a year. But, you know, give them jail time so they know, like, hey, it's
2
not
months. Yeah.
people's cultures like this. Like, I hate it. I hate when you go anywhere and people are just ignorant.
I want
So,
I want my stream chat to be the judge now. I want you to type in numbers. How many months you think these guys should be jailed? I want to hear how cruel you guys are, how cruel or how nice you guys can be. I want to hear type in numbers. How many months?
Actually, to make it easier, just type in like how long you want in months and years.
No,
In
just
years and
months. Just months is fine. Yeah.
My
I
opinion.
reckon like some people might say years though.
Don't say it in
I
years,
suggest-
months. I just want months.
Okay.
2 days.
I suggest corporal punishment in some sort, like whipping.
What does that
Just-
mean? Like you beat them or something?
Caning.
Yeah, caning,
I think
caning.
Thailand,
No,
does
caning
Thailand
is
do
really
caning?
bad.
Exactly. So they understand the level of respect you need to have for a culture. I mean, what? Corporal punishment is still allowed in Singapore. And this is like a reflective
Maybe
on
join
the
us.
culture.
Yeah. Oh.
Whip the shit out of them.
I can
I
see
mean,
some
I
of you
have
guys
seen-
are cruel.
I legitimately know people who have been caned for less.
Really?
Yeah.
Life
and the
with
best
no
part is
parole.
watching them.
That's terrible.
Life with no parole.
Someone even
100%.
wrote death sentence.
100
God.
extension?
That's terrible. I can see the
No,
1
the-
month. The 1 months are great. 0. Banishment is enough. Well, banishment's a bit harsh. Banishment means you can't come back to the country, right?
Oh,
Well, then
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
was
that's harsh. I
sentenced.
don't think that's too harsh at all. I think that's perfectly fine then.
But
Please
it's just
displaced upon pain of death.
Oh.
yeah, man. The Aoi sentence. Make sure they never get to go back.
I think I would agree with the 1 or 2 months thing, like just to teach them a lesson, but like just to make an example out of them. But you know, having to house them for a whole 12 months would cost a lot of money for my taxpayers.
Like I said,
I don't want to
cane
pay for their food.
No, say 12
Cane
months
them?
or caning. Yeah. 12 months or a caning.
These guys
Across
probably
the
haven't
arse.
been caned in their life. They
Exactly,
probably
across the
haven't been
arse,
like
where they show disrespect.
beat by their parents.
Exactly, so they
Okay,
understand everything has a consequence depending on the country
I have
you're
the
in.
answer. I have the answer. I refer you to an episode of Avatar: The Lost Airbender. I think it's season 3, episode 2. Where basically the accused comes up in front of a wheel and you spin the wheel of punishment, and whatever it lands on, that's what they get.
Wheel of
So,
punishment.
For all we know, it could very well be burning in oil.
You know, like, might as well inject some fun out of it, right? Frozzy says make them cane each other.
Yeah, dude.
Make them cane each other.
And if the government doesn't feel it's a strong enough caning, they'll have to get caned by a stronger dude. That's the point. So they understand. They have to cane each other in the ass where they show disrespect as well. That's the emphasis.
Catalona said if they were locals to the 3 months, I don't think locals would even dare to do this. But if they're foreigners, they're representing another country, that just shits
I saw
over.
2
Hold on.
big black cocks.
Oh,
There we go.
Zola.
Our second tier.
Mwah. Thank you so much for rejoining the Starship. Thank you so much for being in the family for 5 months now, Zola. Welcome back to the family. Can we please have some sub hype for Zola? Sub hype. Okay. You should watch the screen. I hope you guys don't have like any sort of seizure from that death by caning. ADHD says in Australia, America, this is a night in the drunk tank, but in Thailand it would be months to 2 years without US government interaction. I think the US government have already deployed some official thing to help negotiate with Thailand in the article. Hanshiber says even if the tourist was not aware of the rules, he should be punished because it's the person's obligation to find out the rules before he travels to that place. But like every country has like different types of rules. It would be impossible to know all the rules in every country. I think you should travel to a country and have some sort of common sense, like decency. Like, would you do this in your own country? If you wouldn't, then don't do it in the other country. And I think it should also be the airlines, the airport's duty, or the airplane announcer's duty to tell the passengers any quirky rules in that country. For example, when I went to I think Singapore, the airline said, you know, some particular quirky stuff that in Singapore you can't do that you could do in other countries. Believe it or not, you get jailed for racist remark in Singapore. Wow, did not know that.
You get caned too.
You get caned for being racist in Singapore. I wish we could have that in Australia.
You would not survive, Jenna, if there was a caning for racism.
What do you? I'm not racist. I'm not a racist person.
You can't say this on stream.
Oh,
I'm not a racist person. Like
he's not a racist person.
Yeah.
Say this on stream.
Basta says not swearing is also hard to do. Sorry for yelling. Yeah, it's difficult for me.
Oh, bastos is a swear word in Filipino as well, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
Are you saying
I am
Filipino
not
in
racist,
the
okay,
language?
guys?
Tagalog.
Just like, I don't know what Fufu's smoking,
Tagalog.
but
Yeah.
like,
Dude, so many people
I've
in the
never
Navy
been
speak
racist
Tagalog.
in my
It's so
life. Well.
Never be racist in your life, that's what a racist person says.
Okay, let's go on to the next piece of news.
Yep.
President Trump is back in the headlines again for being a naughty boy. He needs a mummy to spank him. Okay, so he's been accused of spreading hate towards Muslims. He retweeted a few anti-Muslim videos. I think there was like 2 or 3 last time I checked. Some of them, I think 1 or 2 of the videos wasn't actually true. It was actually fake. And he retweeted videos that were uploaded or tweeted by Britain's first deputy leader, Jada Frankson. So let me just copy and pasta this onto our Twitch corner, chill corner in Discord. Alright, so I'm not going to play the videos on my stream because I don't want to spread anti-Muslim hate. But there's one video where an Islamic mob, like a group of people, pushing a teenage boy off the roof and also beating him to death. There's also another video where it's got a 4-year-old. Sorry, not a 4-year-old. It's 4-year-old video, and it shows a man in a Muslim dress holding a statue of the Virgin Mary, and it says it's got a caption: "Muslim destroys a statue of Virgin Mary." And I think there was another one. I don't know what it is. But anyway, it was first tweeted by the first deputy. Let me see, what's her name again? Jada Franson. Yeah. So for a representative of a country, especially the top job, to retweet something like this, it's condoning. It shows that he's condoning these messages, and people are saying that he's going mad because Obama would never be caught, retweeting something like this. Or,
Obama would never be caught. He would never do this to the first
he would,
place,
yeah,
anyway.
he would never been caught with his pants down doing something like this. I don't think our Australian leader would ever do something like this. Any leader of a free country would never do something like this. So it's just
any leader of a free country or America.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Isn't the reason why Trump does this is because he essentially has no dignity or no reputation left?
I think he's doing this to kind of detract from some other news. I don't know what it was.
Russia.
The CIA
Russia?
thing. Yeah.
The big Russia probe that's happening right now.
Right. Oh, the Russian probe. All right. So
yeah, how, like,
that's
a
his
bunch of his
tactic,
probes are being,
right?
like, indicted now.
You just know he's trying to kind of
distract
the media and distract people by tweeting things like this. ADHD says
North Korea.
You saw those, and 2 are fake news. 2 or 3 of them. Well, they're not fake news. They're fake videos. Yeah. J-Lo says Trump really fucked up this time. Can't even devil's advocate this.
You really can't.
Uma's, yeah.
Oh yeah, because logically, even if you have these opinions, because you're a representative of a nation, you shouldn't be putting this up because it's essentially saying everyone in your country thinks this way as well. So
he's basically just encouraging hate towards Muslims.
But what else is new? He's been doing that since the start.
Yeah, he seems to be a very racist person.
Yeah,
he loves
he's
the UAE.
racist towards like the Mexicans too.
And yet, at the same time, you have those die-hard bloody Trump supporters who are like, he's not being racist, he's just being correct. You can't be racist if you're correct. He's not being racist when he says that Mexicans aren't sending their best. He's just being correct. That's not being
That's
racist. And I'm like,
terrible.
are you serious? Are you listening to yourself? How what? Anyway.
J2897 says Jada's using her democratic right to organise protests in the UK. She should be allowed to speak out. But to spread lies and to spread like false videos to justify the protests, I don't think that's the right thing to do. Even if she's organising some, using her democratic right to protest. But if you're using the incorrect basis in the first place, then that's just, I don't know, dishonest.
Well, legally,
and trying to stir
do it.
shit.
She can do it, and she won't get arrested for doing that.
Hmm.
But like morally and just ethically, it's wrong.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Absolutely
morally,
wrong.
morals and ethics. I'm not saying it doesn't fuel the direction of political choices, but Catalonis brings it up. He's feeding it to his supporters, so it's a benefit for him.
I think his supporters are dwindling.
But he still has
probably
supporters.
They are. He's probably losing supporters. I don't know for sure. Some
Hey
people say they
Gelatin,
are.
welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just going through another fuck up of Trump. I think the win was
only one of like the past 45.
Lying
haven't
is
talked about
intentional. I can't read her mind to detect her intention. Yeah. Do you think Julian Assange is right or wrong? Well, we're not covering his topic right now. Haven't read enough about him. I know he's the founder of WikiLeaks.
No, it's Uber.
Yeah, whether that is right or wrong, there's a lot of rights and a lot of wrongs in that, and we haven't covered the pros and cons, so we'll talk about that some other time. That was a good question, though. Yeah.
Like you need to bring a lot of people on to have a proper discussion about Julian Assange, because there's he's an entire can of worms. It's just all over the place.
Catalona says, I've argued so many times with Trump supporters. You try to give them facts and studies that support your arguments. They just ignore it. Sentimental people just ignore reason. Now, you've got to, you know what? You've got to stoop to stupid's level to argue with stupid. Let's not.
You don't.
Let's
stoop
not
to
do
it.
that.
You don't stoop to. You don't do that. You just don't bother arguing. Like you discuss things with them right up to a point where they start spiraling out of control, and that's when you just stop. Like I actually have a friend who's a Trump supporter. I don't know why I'm still his friend, but I'm still his friend because it's just who I am. And like we have like lengthy discussions, and even some of my friends come along and they're like, "Dude, why do you have these lengthy discussions that don't really go anywhere?"
That really don't matter right now. Yeah, like you know, I actually know of some Trump supporters, but like I don't.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, I don't stop talking to them because like they're entitled to their view. Just that like you don't let that get into the way of your friendship. You know? Yeah.
But like but the thing about Trump supporters is, well, okay, the thing about Trump supporters, and this might actually be parallel with a lot of other die-hard fans of something, is once they start doing talking points like, once they utter the magical phrase, "Well, Trump is our president," yippee-yi-yay, that's it. That's when the entire conversation stops, and you've essentially won because they can't think of anything else to say, so they're just starting to go through that nonsense again. So that's why.
King Ken says, just saying, I would have voted for Trump if I'm an American. I know a few people who would have voted American as well. Let's see what else
I would have
is
voted
there.
for him on like the first day, but then afterwards I wouldn't have voted for him.
I think you guys should, like, if you had the opportunity to vote, you should exercise your right. It's your right to vote. Even if you don't agree with the parties, the major parties, maybe vote for a minor party.
Yeah, vote independent.
Alright, we're gonna go on to the next piece of news. Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna say right now, this might be the last piece of news for tonight for me.
Okay, well, this piece of news is very trivial.
Excellent.
Okay. Alright, so this teen apparently, this is a Unilad piece of news. This teen apparently underwent 50 surgeries to look more like Angelina Jolie, and this is what she looks like.
Geez.
This is what she looks like. Oh, freaking hell! This video or photo is removed from Instagram. Are you kidding me?
Rip.
Oh my god.
Why is it removed from Instagram? I saw it on Instagram like the other day. Wait, it's removed.
Fake news.
Wait.
No. If you go to the Discord page, where Fufu put it up, you can actually see it.
Oh,
my
okay,
God.
alright, okay.
What is? That doesn't look like Angelina Jolie at all.
Yo, I'm down for that though, 100%.
Are you really?
Yo,
are
she's
you really?
got the dermal piercings.
She's got nice
She's
eyes.
really fucked up her nose.
Yo, she's probably got a nice personality. Why are you guys basing it off on looks?
She used to look good. Look, this is what
Why
she
is it
used to
about
look.
looks,
Wait,
Jenna?
hang on, that's not.
She does charity, Jenna.
She used to look good. She used to look like a human. Now she looks like a zombie.
Jenna, she's a human being.
She looks like a zombie now. She fucked up her face on purpose.
Jenna.
She spent so much money trying to look like a zombie.
She's a good person. What if...
Is she a good person?
She looks like...
She's got a heart of gold, Jenna. Come on, give her a break.
Hang on, let me just read. Let me just read about her. She's an Iranian teenager, 19 years old. How does she get so much money to do 50 surgeries?
She's
Sugar
Iranian.
daddy.
But why would her sugar daddy sponsor her to look like a zombie?
Because Sugar Daddy
She's
wants
beautiful
Angelina Jolie.
inside and out.
But she looks
Jenna,
nothing
it's
like
about
Angelina
personality.
Jolie. Like if she's trying to be like Angelina Jolie, she should aim for Angelina Jolie, not like freaking Corpse Bride.
Okay.
You can kind of see it, but yeah, like she looks like the nightmare
Also,
before
this is
Christmas.
probably the first day. She hasn't fully recovered.
This is not the first
There's no
day.
recovery.
I've seen her.
There
I've
is no
seen
recovery.
her. I've seen her Instagram. She's taken so many photos that looks like the corpse
Okay.
bride.
All I'm gonna say is she probably has a nice personality if she can afford a sugar daddy. Just saying. Okay. Why are we all bullying this sweet girl who probably has a heart
We're
of
not
gold because she
bullying
does
her.
charity?
I'm just saying she spent so much money when she could have like given that money to me.
Get you fired.
I am. That's the Walking Dead right
Also,
there. Man.
I want to say, she wants to be like Angelina Jolie because she is a good person. Angelina Jolie takes care of the, I guess, the less privileged.
Yeah, why
She wants to be like her.
Why doesn't she just take care of less privileged instead of spending that money
She
on
needs to look
surgery?
like her. It's like you know how
right.
in like movies to gain their power you must be like them. It's like that.
Face off.
Yeah, face off.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna find. Do you guys know what's her Instagram?
Yeah, it says there, Sahar Taba.
I hope her Instagram isn't taken
I heard
down.
Instagram's gone.
Her
you can look up
Instagram's
her-
gone?
Yeah.
But she had
You can look up her
300k
name, though.
followers though.
I'm pretty sure she took it down because of maybe like harassment.
She deleted her Instagram account.
As if she wouldn't.
Oh no, she has another one, but it's private now.
Oh no. Okay. The big question
sort of-
is she satisfied with the results? She's
Bloody
got a
hell
massive
not.
smile on her face. I think she is satisfied.
Also, we're
I don't think she
giving
can't
her
not
attention,
smile.
She can't not smile.
and we're giving her a lot of attention. So technically, yeah.
Like the thing is though, if she tried to look like Angelina Jolie, I have no problems with that. I guess my problem is that she went through so much to stuff up her face.
On the one bit of defense for her that could possibly exist, and this is not even like trying to stretch it like Fufu was just dead. There's a slight chance that the people who did the surgery on her completely screwed up.
Okay.
If that happened, then okay, then.
I mean, like she could reconstruct that face, like if she wanted.
Why?
to.
She's so beautiful though.
Okay.
What if it was DIY?
Okay, Fufu, you have your
No way,
you have
it's
your finish. I'll have mine.
I mean, like, I imagine she's like
that's
a
pretty
nice
irreversible.
girl.
Ken says he would shit his pants. I think she I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm just like.
She's such a sweet girl.
Okay.
So, given her current corpse bride face,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry that I'm saying
How
this or
dare you.
whatever,
Mm.
what sort of creepy DMs do you think she gets?
Oh, dude, she probably gets like fetish DMs.
Uh,
No, like straight up, like this could be like a
Necrophilia.
whole niche for her. Yeah.
I'm just like speechless by this. I have nothing to say.
But the thing is,
I just
she sort of got it right.
what,
Sort of.
she
you
looks
can see
nothing like Angelina.
No, the
like
face
a wig on her.
from the bone structure, she got it right. She just needs to get the coloration correct.
Coloration and nose.
Yeah.
And just a
Oh,
wig.
I think she needs to get some more like cheeks.
No, like the cheeks are correct. It's just because of the coloration, because she's her
yeah,
cheeks are
she's
pretty much
got the
deep set
right
like hers.
cheeks, but
Yeah.
the lips are too much, and the nose is just stuffed up. Yeah.
But that's what I like.
Oh my God, Catalonis! Oh no, no. Oh no, Catalonis, no.
We're just dancing around that. You've just watched straight in there.
Oh no. Well, we'll talk about the human meat next. Let's have a look at this one.
All right. Well, you know what? I've got to go sleep. So yeah,
Aye.
you have fun with that topic.
Yeah.
Catch you guys later.
Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining us for Noobs.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks, category. Alright, so this next piece of news is about a movie that is out on Netflix. It's called All the Money in the World. It's based on a true story about how a billionaire who refused to pay the kidnappers the ransom for his grandson's life. You're actually awake and alive for the news. Well, that girl wasn't too much alive looking. Yeah, so okay, all right. So this news is about this guy, I think he was a billionaire about, was it 20 years ago? 1973. It's 40 years ago. Almost
Around 40.
Almost 40 years ago. His name is John Paul Getty III. John Paul Getty III was 16 years old at the time, and I think he was kidnapped and for a ransom of about, I think, 2 million, 3 million. How much do they want? I'm just gonna post this.
I can't see the article.
Chat. Cool. I'm gonna post this in the chill corner. So let me just have a look at that again. All right.
Yeah, he was ransomed for. Let's see.
I remember the family paid about 2.2 million.
Oh, they were asking for 17 million.
Oh, they were asking for 17 million, but they negotiated it down to 2 million. So the billionaire is someone that was very strict with his money. He wouldn't even let his guests use the phone in his house, and he would make them use a payphone. Like, he just really didn't want to pay for other people. And he had a lot of wives, I think about 5 wives, and he had quite a few grandsons as well. I think it was 12 grandsons. And his excuse for not paying the ransom was that he didn't like his grandson that much, because his grandson was a little bit floaty and like in the whole bohemian type of he didn't agree with his bohemian lifestyle, and also he said that if he did pay the ransom, then other people would kidnap his other grandsons and he'd have to pay a ransom for them as well. Even though he's got $1 billion, he refused to pay just a few million, 17 million, because of his like values, right? So the kidnappers got really upset with him and frustrated because their plan didn't come to fruition. So they cut off one of his ears. They cut off the 17 or 16-year-old boy's ears and sent it to one of the news outlets. However, during that time, I think they were having some sort of postal strike, so the ear only arrived, I think, 3 weeks later, so it was a little bit late. And then they started mistreating the boy that was kidnapped, and basically just putting him in unsanitary conditions. And he became a drug addict, being addicted to drugs. Did they feed him drugs? I'm not too sure. But he I'm not too sure if they fed him drugs, but he was kidnapped for a long time, and then his mother actually successfully negotiated the ransom down to 2-point-something million. Even then, the grandpa didn't really want to like give too much. He lent I think he gave 2.2 million actually, because that was tax deductible, and then the remaining amount for the ransom he lent it to the dad of the kid or the mum of the kid, and had a 4% interest on it as well.
In your mind, Jenna, is that worth?
I think, let me just finish the story. After that, I'll tell you what's worth. Alright, so they eventually got the boy out, and when he came out, he got addicted to drugs, and his health was pretty much like spiraling downwards because he was addicted to drugs, and he was partying a lot because he became a celebrity, and everyone just wanted interviews with him, and because he needed to kind of like earn money to fuel his drug taking ways, and also just, I don't know, maybe he was having PTSD or whatever it is, and he needed to turn to drugs to survive day on day. But he like charged a lot of money for interviews and like photos, and he basically he went from like the lowest of lows to like straight on celebrity, the highest of highs, and so his health was just really, really bad. And A lot of people kind of blamed his grandfather for him having such a terrible life. And if I was in the billionaire's position and my direct lineage was in trouble, I would have spent money on trying to track down the people who kidnapped my kid. Like, I wouldn't give them the ransom straight out, but I would try to spend money on trying to hire investigators to try to, you know, find and locate the kid and find the organization that organized everything. ADHD says, let the police do their jobs. The boy did not become addicted because his grandpa didn't pay his ransom. ADHD says that that's a definition of playing the victim. iMog, yep, go on.
Technically, he was the victim because he was the victim of kidnapping. So
he was that, but think about it though, ADHD. If the grandpa wasn't a billionaire, he wouldn't have been kidnapped.
I mean, at the same time, like, if he did pay it, okay, this is based on hypotheticals. If he did pay it, and let's say whatever happened, and he got them back, and as a result, you know how he said, like, if I do pay it, they might take another kid, and that happens. And at some point, he's like, okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it this time, and it. Yeah. I mean, that's the hypothetical.
Son was kidnapped. You're a billionaire. Your son was kidnapped. You're saying that you're not gonna pay the ransom and have him come back
I mean,
alive?
you could make... Okay, realistically...
Would you?
Okay, realistically, sure, I would.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, if we're talking about, I guess, this situation, or a similar situation where, like, my personality was similar to his. So my personality is similar to John Paul Getty, the first. Where I'm not a TARDIS, but, like, I'm very smart with how I use my money. Like, essentially, yeah, like what Jizzle says, I'm not going to negotiate with terrorists. Because they're going to get what they want from me, and they're going to want more. Because at that point, they know they can get to me. You either stop them at the point of the source, so like you either get rid of the people, or you don't deal with it. Because at that point, everyone's going to go after you if you have money.
Yeah. I kind of like Jenna's one. I kind of like Jenna's idea, which is spend money investigating them. Like, you like basically, I would go Batman on their ass.
Go Batman on their ass. I mean, if I had $1 billion, I'd go Batman on their ass too.
Exactly. But I'd make it so that basically I'd make an example out of them. I would find out about them, find out what they hold dear and close to their heart, find it, take it, and then say, so you have my son, I have your whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I have your
make it so
dick.
other people perceive the loss that you can suffer is far higher.
Right. The issue with that is you're talking about people who already know that if they get in trouble, they're fucked. So they have less to lose than you do.
But everyone has a weakness.
See, no. Especially, okay. Essentially, like I read into it. I read the kidnapping thing. Like majority of them were like just regular people with regular jobs. They just needed the money.
Oh, the people that kidnapped the kid were just regular people like you and I.
So there was like.
No, I don't think regular people would concoct a plan to kidnap her.
Oh no! It's like it says, including a carpenter, hospital orderly, ex-con. So that was the most, and an olive oil dealer from Calabria. That's it, and a high-ranking member of a mafia organization. So 2, but majority of them were just regular people. So, like, yeah.
Good.
Catalona says, what entitles the boy to this grandfather's money?
Yeah, sure.
What did you want to say, Raintrees?
At least they gave him a pet bird. Like, if I was kidnapped, like a pet bird might make all the difference. I don't know.
Oh, they did give him a pet bird to keep him company. Yeah.
A couple of nice guys.
Let's see. Catalona says, if they would have killed him, I would have hired with those money other criminals to eliminate the kidnappers. You can't let people get away after trying to mess with you. Yeah, I would have done something like hire a PI. I probably wouldn't have messed with them, but...
Oh no, I got an idea.
But you have to teach those kidnappers, like, an example. If you set an example, then other people won't kidnap your other grandchildren.
No, what you do is you put out a ransom on the kidnappers. You'll pay double for their identities. No, that's what you do.
Well,
you
yeah,
pay double for their
That's
identities.
not the witch hunt, though.
No, that's
If you
what
do
makes
that-
it.
There's no guarantee you'll get the real.
Yeah, the
kidnappers.
real.
Oh no,
if you
like
do that, that pretty much guarantees they're gonna kill. Like, hey, you know, you have my stuff. I'm gonna send people after you.
I don't think
Okay,
that's
well, I have
that's
no reason
legal.
to keep this kid anymore.
I don't think it's legal to have a ransom.
You don't think it's legal to kidnap somebody?
No, but like you can't fight an illegal thing with an illegal thing.
you can.
No, you can't.
You can.
So,
That's the
see,
point
the
of it.
PI thing is border. Because really, you're paying someone to invade their privacy, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about like the what is it? The 50s, the 60s?
The
PIs
70s.
were like fucking mad. Like you can't really get that much unless you like get government level sort of shit. I don't
So-
think he would have afforded that.
He said
You do
that.
realize,
Yeah.
sorry, like this Getty dude, he is ridiculously rich.
He is.
Like,
He had
more
billions
than
and
Bruce
billions
Wayne.
of dollars, not
okay,
just
but
1
think about
billion.
this.
Billions and billions. Billions.
He's the rich one, not the kid. So
Yeah, he
that's
is
why
the
no
rich one, but
else-
he won't spend money on his own family.
Exactly. So like, unless it's him, no one's gonna give a shit. No one's gonna put this much effort. That's what I mean.
Okay, so
All I'm saying
if
is that
that
he's
kid
richer
had
than
the
Bruce
millions.
Wayne.
he is richer than Bruce.
Bruce
Wayne.
Wayne's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look. Well, that's the kid, and that's his wife. 6 years before he suffered. Okay, so when they chopped off his ear, right? It was so badly infected that the penicillin that they gave him was poisoning him. I don't know how that's even possible. He said that he didn't move for 10 days and he pissed himself all the time.
I mean,
They didn't look after the wound. Yeah.
like I said, there's just regular people that weren't.
Oh yeah, so what happened was that he became addicted to drugs, and then like the rest of the family kept giving him money to pay off, to cover his medical care and also for his drug use. Yeah.
His drug use? So they paid for his drug use?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was spending more than he could earn.
But so his family willingly supported it because they were like, oh, fuck.
Well, I think it gets to a point where if you kind of cut them off cold turkey, they'll die, right?
Oh yeah, but like I'm pretty sure they weren't trying to slow him down. I think they were just trying to maintain him at that point. So
ADHD says, lol god, this kid really got fucked in every different way possible. I just feel really sorry for him. He got born into a family and then he got kidnapped, and then like he had his ear chopped off, he had a life-threatening situation, he was stuck away from his family for months on end, and then like because he's still a kid, like all of a sudden he's like in the spotlight, and then he got addicted to drugs. I don't know why he got addicted to drugs. Like as I said, it could be PTSD, I don't know.
PHP.
What? Okay. But like his family supported his drug taking, and I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I think it could have been stemmed if the grandfather just paid that ransom or like hired some PIs to get him out of there as soon as possible.
what I say is it's the parents' fault, not the grandparents.
Why?
protect
The mum
your-
tried
Yeah.
her hardest to try. Her mum,
Just to
his
stop
mum
it.
had no money.
No, but to stop the kidnappers?
Like, how can she stop the kidnappers? She's got no money.
She's a mum.
Yeah, but she tried everything. Like, she went to like news authorities. She went to the police. Like, she tried.
No, but that wasn't preventative.
Yeah, she tried to
So-
like get as much money as possible to like pay the kidnappers. But how can she prevent it? Like, he's a 16-year-old kid. Like, 16-year-old kids go outside. Like, they go shopping, they go partying. Like, what, you gonna put them
Yeah,
in the
but
house
at the same
or in
time,
the
she
dungeon?
understands that he's the technical possible heir to a billion-dollar company. So there should be
I don't
the
think
idea that
he's
bad
an
things are gonna
heir
happen.
to the company.
But they wouldn't have known that. Like the people who kidnapped him, they would be like, well, he's the grandson of like this billionaire. If we get him, we're gonna get fucking tons of money. So like, she should be aware that bad things are gonna happen.
He had
especially
12
like
other grandkids, just so you know.
exactly. So like, it could have happened to any of them. That's why he has the idea that like, if this happens to one and I pay them, it's gonna happen to the rest of them because no one's responsible about it. No one realizes I'm this rich and they think, oh, we can just live a regular life. But you can't.
Distinct 9 says everyone in their right mind knows you don't pay a ransom. I think,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So let me ask you this: how many children does Bill Gates have?
2, I
He has
think.
like,
And what are their names?
You don't know. He withholds
Exactly.
this from the public.
exactly.
So
This
Bill,
is
Bill
back in the
Gates
70s.
knows his worth, and he knew that it was going to impact his family. So he knowingly took steps to make sure that his children were never in the spotlight to protect them.
And he also knowingly like disclosed that he was going to donate like his everything to charity, so that his children wouldn't be targeted. I think he's going to secretly give them some money so they will survive, or
Okay,
they can do
I
whatever
got
they
a question. Jenna,
Mm.
what would you do if someone kidnapped your cats?
want. My cats.
Yeah, and they were like, give us set amount or else.
I don't have that
Yeah.
set amount. Full stop.
No, what if they what if
I
set
don't have
amount is
money. I
something
can't.
specific?
I can't. Like they're not going to get anything from me.
What if they're like, we want your dresses?
I'll give them my dresses.
No, but then you find out like it's some like dude sniffing them. Would you like that's the
I
whole
don't
thing
care
behind
what
it?
they're doing to my dresses. I
Give me
just
chat
want my
ideas.
cats back.
Okay. Please don't take Jenna's dresses and sniff them.
So Jenna, would you limit the amount of dresses you gave to only the tax deductible amount?
No, I don't love money more than my cats. I just don't have any money, J-Lord. I don't know why
Yeah.
you keep thinking I'm reigning with money. I just don't. I don't have money. Oh my god. Distinct
I thought you
9
were
says,
Sean.
what the fuck do you mean nobody knows their names? Their names are Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe. Well, I don't know their
Well, if you
names.
look it up and like, but they aren't advertised as aggressively or like forced into the limelight. Like unless you willingly look for it. Like if you type in, yeah, of course, if you type in kids of Bill Gates, unless they have all their information about them.
I'm gonna say real quick, like if somebody's finding out all this information about Bill Gates' kids, I'm pretty sure he's gonna find out about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's only if they use Bing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Oh no,
that.
but we all use Windows.
But Bing is an
use
isn't it a search engine?
By Microsoft.
All use Internet Explorer, which we all use.
I don't use Internet Explorer.
That's the joke. Why,
Oh,
Mom?
okay.
Why do you have to ruin my jokes, Mom?
Distinct 9 says you're saying this kid was forced out into the limelight. The one being kidnapped, I think so. Like he was in the news for a long time because he was kidnapped, and he became a celebrity when he got saved. They probably wanted to know, like, you know, what's life like, you know, what they do to you. They were all fascinated by his journey.
We do, I mean, Distinct 9, like, how did they know that he was his son, right? Someone had to find out.
And
I think
And back then, sorry, go on.
no. I think like if you really wanted to find out about something, you would be able to find it out. You can't hide stuff from the public, right? Not in this day and age. But back in 1974, 1973, that would have been difficult.
Yes and no. Like, I imagine back then, people would dress really well, and that was already a big tip-off that you're pretty rich, or you drove this car. You know, like
Not
those
all
sort of
rich
things.
people drives like fancy stuff though, or wears fancy stuff.
Nowadays, yes,
yeah,
that's the
but back then we don't really know his attitude. He may have been somewhat extravagant or like.
No, this billionaire was frugal as fuck. He was frugal. He was
His
so
son
frugal.
wasn't.
I
His
don't
son
know
was
who
a
his
party.
son. I don't know who his grandson was, but the billionaire was frugal. Like everyone knew him to be stingy.
Nah.
Oh, jelly
That's
prawns!
a 2 big black cock.
Hey Jelly, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Starship. Jelly. Can we please have some sub hype for Jelly? Sub hype! River Jam,
actually
welcome
a-
back. And hi to Ghost of Shades. Welcome back to the stream. Ruru Jang, what is this channel about? It's Monday and we're doing News for Noobs, and this is my second last article. We talk about, like news articles from the past week, and we throw in our opinions. Doesn't have to be right or wrong, just your opinions. 1974, not freaking 1860. Wait, what? What are you guys talking about? You guys are talking like 1974 was well, 1974 was like internet wasn't around, so it has made like there's a big difference from 1974 to like 2017, you know? Like since the internet's like available to everyone now, or almost everyone, it just made things so much easier to search now compared to 1974. You know what I mean? Yeah. Neko Puff was spazzing, right? Just, oh my god, jelly prawns! The genegasm, I love it so much. First he says, what's the internet? You my boy. You trolling. You trolling, mate. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me?
Okay,
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, I was reading into John Paul Getty III, so the kid that got kidnapped, what he did most of his life before he got kidnapped. He got around, as in like he was in a lot of places. He sort of like, I guess, did a lot of things, because it says he was well known for selling. He was well known for selling paintings, making jewelry.
Oh, that's his father, right?
No, that's him.
Oh, the kid, the 16-year-old.
Yeah, the kid is John Paul Getty III is the kid.
Yeah, yeah. You're saying that he sold paintings and.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So,
I said he was a bohemian kind of guy.
Oh yeah, but essentially that's how people could have like recognized him, like, oh, he's got the same name as blah blah blah, and then they find out, because like essentially he's not trying to hide from the limelight, he's still trying to get into it, and because his name is very specific or synonymous with a wealthy billionaire, that's how you could find out pre-internet, I'm guessing. Like,
yeah, but like he if he wants to make a living, right, being an artist, he needs to get his name out there. So it's not his fault that his grandfather is a billionaire. And he shouldn't have to live life as a recluse just because his grandfather is a billionaire.
Oh no, but I'm saying like this is how the kidnappers probably got the information, as in like that's how they most likely got it, because he was pretty much in the limelight as well, but he didn't have the security or like the protection that his family would usually have.
Wait! Why is what do you mean by you can't believe how wrong Ruru Django is? Huh? What?
Oh yeah, I was just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't trying to throw shade.
Okay. Subjective conversation about a variety of topics. You people must be interesting. Almost no one enjoys that. No. It's actually quite fun over here. So you're welcome to state your opinions here. Why not use an alias? Well, I guess some people like to use an alias, but why do they need to? If they want to be known for their name and to be an artist in their own right. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like now people are aware of it. Like people have, was it synonyms or pretty much like names that they use.
Is it
synonyms? Moniker. Yeah, moniker, synonyms for the specific reasons they probably like what's it called? Stephen King, his son, is also a writer, but he goes by the name of Joe Hill because people perceive
he doesn't
him
want
as...
him to be known as the Stephen King.
Yeah, the son of Stephen King. So it's sort of like that.
Oh,
back then,
I didn't know
not
that.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go on. Before we go on to the next piece of news, I think someone asked, this should be made into a movie. It is made into a movie. I think that's the reason why we have this on the news. Why we're talking about something that happened in 1970s. The name of the movie is called All the Money in the World. It is coming out on the 22nd of December. So if you guys are interested in watching it, some mystery / thriller / I don't know. What would you call this genre?
Jenna, how much are they paying you to sell out?
I'm not getting paid for this. It's just like an interesting piece of...
okay.
It's just an interesting story. I mean, it's based on a true story, you know, like, it's ridiculous that someone can be so stingy. So, yeah. It's coming out very soon.
Oh,
All the money
also
in
the
the
reason.
world. Yes.
Sorry. Also, the reason why this is in the news is because it relates to Kevin Spacey originally being the John Paul Getty the first. He was originally John Paul Getty the first. But
Oh,
they
Kevin
replaced
Spacey
him.
was supposed to be the grandpa?
Yeah.
Alright.
They replaced
Oh,
him 'cause of all
they are
the-
replacing him with another actor, and they're refilming this really quickly.
Yeah.
They're still doing
pretty
it,
much.
I think. Yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons, I guess, it's coming up in the news.
Paid promotion. I wish it was a paid promotion. Okay. We're gonna go on to the next piece of news. This is the one that you guys have been waiting for. The world's first restaurant with human meat is now open. I wonder what country this is in. Whoa! Okay, this is in Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
Is anyone...
I can go there.
This is in Tokyo. This is a,
Log it.
This is a legal restaurant. I don't think I would. Oh, I don't want to think about it. I don't think I would
All
ever.
right, let me have a good read on this because I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chill corner because I know you guys are morbid fuckers and you'd be interested to know. Oh, it's already there. It's in chill corner if you want to read it. So, this is in the city of Tokyo. It's the first restaurant in the world that legally offers human meat to the public. And I know you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck? How can this be legal? A lot of things that you didn't think would be legal are legal in Japan. And now I think your next question would be, what the fuck? How do they get their human meat? A lot of these meats are from people who sign up to have their body eaten, and they sell their body and to this restaurant, and the restaurant pays about I think $30,000, and they give this money to the family. Yeah. So I know.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna go to this, and I'm going to report it. No, I'm kidding.
Are you
I
gonna
live in
really?
Tokyo.
Are you really
Yeah,
going
do
to?
it.
All right. So
I live in Tokyo. I can do this.
What would you order? What style of cooking would you order?
All right, so it says that something more expensive is $1,000 US. That's not too bad.
It's
For an experience?
$1,193.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I can do that. To eat like human once in my life, why not? You know, I want like a I guess whatever sirloin steak of the human would. Right, that'd be cool. Like a side of
I don't know if
chips.
human meat can be consumed medium rare. I think we need to be consumed like extra cooked.
I think
we need. I think we
there's
need
a
to be
disease
cooked.
you get.
CJD is from the brain though, not from muscle tissues.
I don't think you can have us medium rare. I just don't think that's possible.
You're gonna get
Why not?
worms.
Why? Like, so human meat, I assume, right, is on the same level of like beef, right?
I would think
or
it's like
more
pork.
like pork.
It's like
definitely
pork.
More like pork.
Maybe more like pork.
Yeah,
But
and
if
you
so,
don't
know,
eat
whatever.
like rare pork. You have to cook that.
No, absolutely not. You'll get real sick. But it's definitely not like chicken, and humans are not like. But it's somewhere between the beef and the pork spectrum, right? So I just gotta figure it out. But come on, like you really think it's gonna taste bad? It's not gonna taste.
No, no,
bad.
the
I don't
issue
think it's
is
gonna taste bad.
Yeah, my issue, or like everyone's issue, is it'll taste good and you like it, and then you'll hunger for more.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that? You can go back as long as you have the money. You can have as much
Exactly.
as
Yeah,
you want.
but what
you
if
like-
it feeds into like some fetishes? Like some people, like I don't
Okay,
know. Like
so
what if
I'm
they
not
can't
gonna
afford
go
it
there.
anymore? Are they gonna like start killing people just to eat this?
No, do people kill people over beef? Like, hey man,
Yep.
I really want a
Back
steak
in the
right
day, I'm
now.
pretty sure
gonna
people
fucking
kill people for
stab you
like.
in the eye with this fork, man. No,
I mean-
it doesn't happen.
That has happened before.
Okay, so just because it has happened, come on now.
You run into me while I'm walking down the street, walking and eating my kebab, and make me drop it. You're fucking dead.
It's like, hey, why are you so mean for?
Like, all I'm saying is, it would be cool to experience. And, like, these people are getting money to give up their body, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I agree with Rain Trees here. I would go to this restaurant.
You would as well.
No, it's not that I would go to this restaurant. I promise
You are
I am
going
going
to
to
go.
this restaurant.
So you're gonna
Like,
make a
I
vlog
live
of
there.
this. Can you please make a vlog for us?
Oh, actually, would they allow it? That's the thing.
Maybe. Like if they
I can do
allow.
it before or after.
Yeah, if they allow, please make a vlog. I feel a little bit grossed out, but fascinated at the same time. Like.
So I've read like a lot of things saying that the people who have tried human meat, they said it's like sweet. It's like a sweet meat.
We taste sweet.
So.
I mean, it
Sure,
reflects what you eat, isn't it? Like sort of like any animal, where your flesh reflects on your diet. So. Do that.
Oh no, SLS, it is legal in Japan.
Yeah, as of 2014, which is really weird. I didn't...
So the key thing for this story is that you're signing a contract where you allow someone to eat your body on death.
Yes.
They're not saying we're going to kill you now.
No.
Yeah. It's like organ donors.
How can people actually? I thought like it's bad to eat something that has already died.
What?
You have to slaughter it.
What?
No, as in like,
Jenna.
like usually chicken. You know, I was gonna say dog. Usually chicken, pigs, and cows. You have to slaughter them, right? You don't wait until they die before you pick them up from the ground. And
most of the time.
So.
Okay, sorry.
Like you'd
yeah,
have
most
to
of the time.
kill that person to. I know we're eating dead meat, but the process in which we eat the dead meat, we can't let that thing die first before we eat it because it starts rotting and then it's no longer fit for consumption.
So either, all right, we all might be getting super trolled, and I can like I can go to this place, try to look it up, and go, and I can tell you if we're getting trolled, or it's true, and they've just figured out some ingenious way to get this body to the place before, like maybe they have some sort of heartbeat monitor.
People are not getting it in chat. Chat says everything you eat is already dead, genius. No, I mean you have to kill it for it to be edible.
Yeah, essentially.
You can't wait for it to die before it. Yeah.
Let me try and explain something else then. Okay. So, if a thing dies of natural causes, right, like of old age, fine. But let's say it died of influenza. Like if it died of unnatural causes and it already died, then there's an issue of, there might be bacteria in the meat and in like, transmissible disease.
I'm sure they thoroughly test this meat before it ever ends up anywhere near the...
Also, that would suggest that maybe in the contract they're like, kill me before this age, so my meat is fresh. Or like, there must be something specific in regards to it, because based on what everyone's saying, and what Jenna says about rotting meat, that's true. Also, I'm not sure how they would deal with human organs, because that's a lot of...
The same way they deal with animal organs.
False. Is this
Okay.
false?
No!
So
Is this false
so I
news?
can't have human meat.
I'm sorry.
Fake news!
I thought this was real news.
Oh, but fun fact, Japan is well known for its cannibalism. I'm being serious.
That's terrible.
There's been multiple. No, there's been multiple articles about.
Is it fake
cannibals in
news?
Japan. Yeah, it's no.
I have never seen a Japanese man eat another man. I think.
Oh, there was that article about
bullshit.
Wait, how did I get this article then? Is this for news?
From...
Someone posted this on News for
Fucking...
News.
Oh!
It was too good. I posted it immediately.
Okay. Alright. Sorry guys, I thought this was real news.
But Jenna, you didn't answer whether you would eat it.
Yeah.
I would. I
Have you ever had?
I don't think. That's why I was like, you have to actually kill that person before you can eat it. Like before you can actually cook it. Otherwise, if I died, and like it was from, I don't know, cancer or something, and then like my body starts decomposing before the restaurant can get me. Like, it's not edible. It's like you can't eat that.
Yeah,
Don't you check the news sites I'm on? Usually the news that I post are legit,
it's from
but I sometimes get things from News, and that's in our Discord channel. So I'm really sorry. I thought this was real.
Yeah. But there has been history of cannibals, though. Specifically, the reason why it sort of makes sense is because anyone who understands, I guess, the weird, I want to say weird, but like the fetishism that's being like constructed in Japan. I mean, it's not specifically Japan. but this idea doesn't seem that crazy. It is crazy, but at the same time, like, if you were to think of a human meat restaurant, most people would assume Japan straight away for some reason.
I didn't think it was Japan. I thought it was
did.
China.
Because it's like
I honestly thought it was China until I scrolled down and I saw, oh, Tokyo. Oh.
Okay, China sort of makes sense as well, but like it's usually like East Asian countries for some reason.
I think the question is, if this was real news, would you guys sell your body for this restaurant to cook you? If your family could get $100,000, would you do it?
I would. Fuck yeah.
Type 1 in the stream chat if you would. Type 0 in the stream chat if you wouldn't. Oh, you would?
Yeah. Okay, this is the reason why. Because because essentially you're a well-priced product at that point, because they're paying $100,000, so they're gonna have to take care of you. So you know how there's like what's that beef? Are we Kobe?
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, they massage you, they feed you, they pretty much give you the best of whatever until you die.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're gonna live a lavish lifestyle till they have to eat you, which is like probably a regular life.
Do you think 100,000 is not enough?
I mean, like you may as well like do it for 100,000 and then get nothing at all working.
Like you're not getting anything out of it. Your family's getting.
No, I am. I'm totally getting something out of it.
What are
they're
you
gonna feed me
getting?
well.
Oh,
they're gonna massage me. They're gonna make sure I get what I want.
Like, okay, so the article says that, you know, once you sign up for this contract, there are certain things you can eat and what you can't eat. So they don't feed you. They just tell you what you can eat, what you can't eat.
No, that's the thing. Like, I can abide by the contract, but unless they do it like the Kobe way, then I won't do it.
Skyper says, I would rather donate to science, but what if donating to science doesn't benefit your family? It just benefits society. You'd still do it. I mean, that's what it does, right? Yeah.
The needs of the many.
Jez Lord says, would Jenna do it for 100K?
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't. Not for 100K. I don't think I'd do it for even $1 billion.
Is that a religious thing?
Can I just make a random?
It's not a religious thing. It's just I just don't want to be eaten, even if I was dead.
So you. So you never want to be eaten?
This is totally random, but so my friend just messaged me and she's like, "Hey, you have a Twitch account?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And she like sends me a picture of the stream. I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Dude, I was the one that proved the article was wrong."
So your friend's watching as well. Hi, Rain Tree's friend.
Yeah, it's so random.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for letting me know the article's fake.
It's me, baby.
I've been misled by my mod.
It me, baby.
Pesky says. Oh, Pesky says, do you get more than 100K if you're larger than the average human? Oh, that's a really good question as well. Oh, Pesky, welcome to the stream. If you were, say, twice my weight and you could get 200K, would you still kind of sign up for this?
I mean,
I think
if you
I think if this was a legit business, they would weigh you and pay your family out based on how much you weigh.
Also, I think it's based on taste as well, because high quality meat usually has a high amount of fat, so they might want you to eat very fatty, sort of like tender, like foods that will make you sort of like chubby, so the meat is tender and juicy. So they might want a specific reason for that. So are you willing to put on, let's say, not double the weight, are you willing to put on fat for 200K?
Nah, I wouldn't, because I don't get that 200K.
So what if you did?
You know what I reckon it is?
What?
So in my mind, they've got this patrol car that patrols around Suicide Forest, and they're just waiting for people to suicide, and they'll pick up the body and see, wait, how fresh is this body? Is it still warm? Okay, let's use it.
I mean, it's hard to move around the forest.
They actually have a suicide forest in Japan. It's terrible.
Yeah. I want to go there though to have a look.
Ruru Django says, although history hand caused disease death to people who ate it because it's very similar to human flesh, full-on cannibalism carries an even greater risk. Yeah. That's how the mad cow disease came about, right? There's just cows eating other cows because they were fed other cows.
No, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's how mad cow disease started.
It's more or less a cow-born version of CJD. Yeah.
Okay. Penis kebab.
Hi to Aim for Our Heads. You've got a questionable Twitch name. That's just smart thinking. Hi to Zarephob. Well, that's the last news article for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna continue the stream with a game of HOTS.
Oh.
Yeah. Ruru Django says it's almost like Darwinian processes actively shun cannibalism. You're saying that the theory of evolution shuns cannibalism?
Oh no, a more evolved, more evolved individual has no need to eat their own.
I absolutely do. If I'm hungry and you put me with like.
If I'm hungry and you're dead.
Oh no, but that's what it means. You're essentially basing your life to its most animalistic instincts once it comes to that point. So like essentially we're evolved in the sense that we can think of, I guess, other ways or other means of finding food rather than eat other people. So like.
Oh.
I actually read. Okay. This is not real news. This is a story that I read as a kid. Okay. Hi, seven happiness 7. Thanks for your follow. Okay, so in this story, it's a very short story. I don't remember if it was Stephen King or some other author. But it's about a guy who got stranded on the beach, and then he was by himself, and he started getting really, really hungry. He had lots of water, but he had no food. He had lots of water and he had lots of drugs, but he had no food. Okay, so in the story, he starts taking the drugs, and then his tummy was getting so hungry and it was really unbearable, and his like gastric juices was just acting up, and then he had an infected toe. I don't know, maybe it was from blisters or something like that. So he had a knife somehow, and he took lots of drugs, and then he's like, I need to eat. Then he started cutting off his infected toe, and then he consumed it to, satisfy his hunger. And then he's like, I just need to continue on. Someone's gonna come to me and rescue me. And then he just had more drugs just to control the pain. And then a few more days rolled by, and then he was like, oh, I'm hungry again, I'm gonna have to eat something. Then he loaded himself up with more drugs, and then he started cutting off his foot. Yeah, he started cutting off his foot. Rowards, then he's like, oh my god, food, I'm hungry now, I bet you're not hungry anymore. And then he cut off his foot, and then this went on, and then eventually he cut off his entire leg. And then he became like a one-legged person, and then he continued to survive, and then he started cutting off bits of his other leg, until he had no legs left. Okay, and then he still hadn't been saved after a few months, and then he started cutting off. And then the story essentially ends with him taking lots of drugs, and then he starts saying, just don't let my left arm know what my right arm is going to do, or something like that. And then that's just how the story ends.
Wait, I've heard this story.
You've heard this story before?
Yeah, when you said the last part, it sounds familiar
so
now.
Don't tell the left arm what the right arm's gonna do. Don't tell the left arm what the right arm's gonna do. Like, he's basically humming that, and then you're left to imagine the rest of the story. Yeah. Catalona's like, that's stupid, you cut ears first, no purpose, easy food. Cool says, what kind of books did you read as a kid? I read lots of morbid books. Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen 人肉叉烧包 or
really?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Human meat barbecue pork buns is the translated title. It's like this really old famous director, Thingy Kong, right?
It's about
M.
what
Night
is it
Shyamalan?
about? Like about people killing people to make buns or what?
Yeah. So there was a famous barbecue pork bun shop, and basically he used to lure people in and kill them to make into barbecue pork buns, and
Okay.
people found them to be the best buns ever.
Yeah, you know
Is
what
this a real story?
There's a movie. There's a musical
You're,
about
you're talking about
the haircut.
Johnny Depp.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Sweeney
Depp.
Todd.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd.
It is Sweeney Todd. And they're not
Chinese
pork
Sweeney
buns.
Todd.
They're not pork buns. They're pies made out of people.
Oh no, there's a Chinese version of this pork buns.
Oh.
There's a
Oh, which
Chinese
came
version,
first?
but it's not called Sweeney Todd.
What came first, the chicken or Johnny Depp?
Rowan Stanley says that's a pretty dark story. Are you sure it's a kid's book? I don't know. I don't know if it was a kid's book, but I read it when I was a kid.
I looked up the thing that you said,
Yeah.
and it's a verse from the Bible.
It's not a verse from the Bible.
No.
What? Don't tell the
let
left
your left
hand
hand know what,
what
yeah,
your
that's
right
a verse from
hand's
the
gonna
Bible.
do. Really?
Yeah, Matthew 6:3. Jenna, are you quoting the Bible?
This is a wholesome Christian stream, guys. I'm just educating you guys Bible verses, subconsciously.
So we all just called the Bible morbid.
Well, the Bible has some pretty morbid stories in there.
It has dragons in it, man. Fuck yeah.
So I just posted the link of the movie I was talking about.
Oh yeah, so this movie
1993.
is 99. Well, I think the Sweeney Todd movie is older.
Sweeney
You know,
Todd.
on
only came
deployment,
out-
I watched Sweeney Todd like 8 different times with a birthing full. And that was.
Why
that
did
was
you
weird.
watch it 8 times? You were
We
so
also
bored.
watched Moana. We watched Moana over
Oh,
2
Moana's good.
Moana's good.
I know
was
literally
really good.
every song by heart. It's ridiculous how much Navy guys love Moana. And Bob Ross. The Navy loves Bob Ross. It is the weirdest thing. We have watched every single episode of Bob Ross. And so, all right. I have a story about this. Are you guys interested in Bob Ross at all?
I don't know who Bob Ross is.
All right.
The painter.
So here's the thing. So I got on my ship about 3 years ago, right? And I noticed there was this, like, every once in a while, Bob Ross would be on TVs. I'm like, what? Whatever. But everybody was, like, super into it. Like, if it was on the mess decks, like, everybody was sitting around just watching this guy paint. Everybody be quiet. Like, okay, that's weird. And then the Bob Ross just stopped one day. Just stopped. And everybody's like, oh my god, what happened? And, like, everybody was upset. Turns out, the company who, like, still owned Bob Ross found out that our ship was playing it. And they messaged the ship, and they're like, no, you guys can't.
You guys can't stream this.
So-
You can't watch this.
Yeah, so, like the captain of my ship, like, messaged somebody higher up, and he's like, hey, man, we need Bob Ross back. Like, my people, I don't understand it, but my people. And then that guy, like, sent an email to the company that owned Bob Ross, and he's like, look, we really need Bob Ross. Like, I don't know what it is, but our sailors love that shit. And they're like, all right, fine, you know what, whatever. So my ship got literally every single episode of The Joy of Painting and unreleased episodes that nobody's ever seen before. So, like, we just watch Bob Ross all day now.
Can we get
Way
copies
out.
of the unreleased?
You shouldn't ask
No,
this on stream.
It's for my eyes only.
That sounds excellent.
TOS. It's TOS.
Okay, so I think did you have something that you wanted to share, Rain Trees? Or is it something that's not for the stream? You said you had some developments.
Oh, yeah, no. So, you remember that girl that I was going to propose to?
Oh, the Japanese
Yeah.
one.
The
Yeah,
Japanese.
no. Yeah,
She's a
that
halfie.
kinda- Yeah. Yeah.
What? Wait, weren't you staying with her?
She was staying with me. Keyword was.
Okay. So she was staying with you?
Yeah, things went. I don't know. So, whatever. This is some drama stuff, I guess, and I really shouldn't talk about whatever. You know, she made me. About 3 weeks ago, so I had 3 weeks left in the underway. I thought things were going great, right? She's like, "Hey, you should give me a call." So I call her up. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she just starts immediately like, "It's not working out." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? Great." And then she's like, "Yeah, no, it's. I don't even want to get like. I was supposed to bring her to New York with me because I was going on late." And she was like, Also, Becky, I hope you're listening to this because it's a story. Anyway, so she's like, no, I want to go to New York, but not with you. And I was just like, oh my god. So, like, I didn't know where this was coming from because I've only been nice. Like, I'm a nice guy. Like, obviously, I can't just say that. Like, you guys don't have any reference. But anyway, so she just started like piling all this stuff on me. I'm like, what? Why are you doing this? Like, I tried to save it. Like, I pretty much like practically begged her. Look, I don't know what I did wrong, but wait until I get home.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's pretty much over. And I was like, all right, you know, I'm not done with my story.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So I'm getting upset at this point, like really upset because I've been talking to her for 20 minutes and she just keeps on piling all this stuff here.
Like stuff
I
that
love
she's
this
not
woman,
happy
right?
with you or something?
No, she's just saying messed up stuff. Like, like I should have broken up with you a long time ago. Like, where is this coming from? Like, you were happy when I was home 2 months ago. Yeah, like she was super happy. Anyway, so I'm like, all right, look, just like I know that you're gonna leave me, and it's gonna hurt when I see you. So just do me a favor, and like, for me, just don't be there when I go home, please. And she started getting mad at me for that. She's like, oh, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't just like give me a week to move out. And I'm like, yeah, but you knew this was coming. You knew what you were gonna say.
Yeah,
don't
like
blame
she
this
can't
on me.
expect to stay there when she's breaking up with you.
So she started making me feel like I'm not the kind of person that just like leaves somebody like high and dry. So I'm like, all right, look, you can stay in my house, okay? Just when I come back from leave, just do me the favor and like just don't hurt me anymore. Just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I come home today, right? Today's my first day back on land.
Okay.
And I walk into my house, and she's just there, just standing there, with all of her stuff packed. What's going on? She's like, yeah, it's, I'm going. I'm like, just seeing her go was, you know, that was tough. But then, I got it more for, like, me and her sat down. Like, I walked in, I'm like, just give me 5 minutes, please, to relax, unwind, lay down. So I did that, and then 5 minutes, and I got up, and I sat down on the couch, and we talked. Turns out she's moving in with some other guy.
Of course. Of course.
And it sucks.
Who's this
like,
other
I'm a pretty
guy?
calm person most of the time, but this just sucks.
Yeah.
Like, how does somebody do this to? Like, I was stuck for 3 weeks underway, just with this thought in my head. Like, every night I'd go to sleep thinking about it, and that was stuck there. And I didn't want to think about it. I hated it, but I couldn't do anything about it. And it was pretty much the worst 3 weeks of my life.
Wow.
So that's my story.
That's just, you don't deserve that. You absolutely deserve someone so much better than that. And like,
also,
I know that you said that you were gonna like propose to her and everything, but let's just take this as, you know, a positive thing in a sense that.
Well, so the actual worst thing about this is she took my detergent. Okay, first of all, she took my detergent.
How dare she?
And I was looking forward to doing my laundry because I had like a bag of like 2-month-old laundry.
What a bitch!
And then I go to make tea and I find out she took my little spoons.
Oh,
No,
what the fuck? That's creepy as fuck.
What did she take?
So like
a teaspoon.
So I have a set of big spoons and I have a set of little spoons. I have nothing in between. My big spoons are like for eating meals.
Yeah.
My little spoons are for stirring my tea.
Yeah.
And she took my little spoons. Like, who does that?
Wow. What a vengeful
She's like-
person. And I'm not gonna
Yeah,
call
she's
her a
an
bitch just in case you get
inconvenience.
back with her in the future and then I'm like
No, alright, so here's the problem. So she helped me pay for, like, I didn't need her to help. It's just I didn't have the money on me at the time. And I was like, yeah, I do. I'll pay you back, whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought this plane ticket to take her to New York with me, and her plane ticket alone was $700.
Yeah.
So I come home after her telling me, like, she doesn't want to go with me. I spent this money and I can't get my money back.
Yeah.
She has the gall to ask me for the money for the computer.
The computer.
I'm gonna pay her back because like, she probably
Oh,
needs the money more than I do.
Yeah.
But who does that? Come on, like I just got home.
Can't she just get it from her new boyfriend?
Yeah, just be like,
Like, you know, you're not responsible for her anymore. Like, she's the one that left you.
Because, all right, look. So some guys are assholes, and I'm an asshole most of the time. But when I put like time and dedication, and I love you,
Yeah.
I will never be a dick. Okay, I will support you, even if you hurt me. I'm not gonna be that guy that like sends somebody out. Like, you know.
No, I can do it for you. It's fucking mad easy, dude.
Exactly what Ruru Django says. If she cheated on a whim, even though the relationship was doing just fine, imagine what she'd do if you were married with kids and you were out on deployment, right? Dealing with all the challenges that go along with life. Be super happy.
Oh yeah, no,
that...
I definitely got your job. That's awful.
Yeah.
But you know, I have a year left here, right? Less than a year actually. Yesterday was my year point. So right. I can either spend the time and look, which honestly is what I might do because like.
Look for what?
Awesome, or just wait it out. Look for somebody else to spend my life with. I don't know.
Maybe don't look for anyone. Just like have fun, like right now, and then look for someone when you are, you know, back on land and, you know.
He is on land.
No, but like he's gonna have to be deployed again for another year.
Ah, yeah.
No. So okay. So I get out of the Navy in 364 days. I have 5 months left on land, and then I go on half deployment. So 3 months, come back for a month, and then they send me to get out processed. So realistically, I only have 3 months left to sea.
Oh, so you just have 3 months left on sea. Oh, then that's fine then.
Yeah.
But I think you should give yourself some like me time right now. Don't go into another relationship after one because it'll just be a rebound, and then rebounds usually don't work. So, like, just.
No, what you need to do is get yourself a set of new little spoons and put your name on it so that you know it's yours. And then, like,
so
it's not easy.
No one can
it's
take
not
it.
easy to just find another set of little spoons that you're attached to. Okay, like
I mean,
these are my little spoons.
Did you get it from like
we
one
need
of
to
those
send you a
stores?
pair, some little spoons from Australia.
No, they were part of the house when I moved.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Were they part of the
Part
house?
of the decor.
Like an heirloom.
And she actually. So I messaged
Get it
her.
back from
I
her.
asked her about this. I might. I don't know.
Get it back
I'm not
from
sure
her.
if
That
I'm
that belongs in the house.
Anyway, it's not just. She also like. So me and her, like, I don't want to say we went halves on a lot of things. I bought, and I come back at my house, it's empty. Like, all my cooking stuff is gone. I'm not gonna say anything to her because maybe she actually thought it was. But
yeah, maybe.
Like, I can always go out and get it again. It's no issue.
I mean, like, she cooked everything herself, right? She probably thought it was hers.
No, the way I think it is that if you were to take it back, it's as if you're saying,
you're being a petty shit.
Yeah.
No,
That's why she took it first.
No. But like, from what I understand of Raintree, he's a very giving person, right? He's not asking for much. He's given her so much stuff. Like, why can't he just get the set of spoons back?
Because it's not reflective of his personality. Like you said.
No.
I mean,
but like, it's got some sentimental value.
Of course. But I think, like, if you want to, I guess, prove to her that you're being serious about this, yeah, you probably should be like, hey, I want the spoons back. Because it's reflective of you saying, I'm a nice person, I'm giving, but you sort of pushed me to the point where, like, I mean, they're spoons, but they're your spoons.
Yeah, Ruru Django has a point though. Like, you know, you can be nice about asking it back from her. Maybe she'll just give it back to you. Like, maybe...
he's talking about ruining her life.
No, I mean, like, do you even know anything about the other guy?
I know he's also in the Navy.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
That's
so
fucked up.
Alright, look, so I got her a job at a bar. So my job, I'm a nuke, right? We call ourselves nukes. We're nuclear engineers. We work on nuclear reactors. So there's this bar that we call a nuke bar, where only nukes go there.
Yep.
And I got her a job there. So she did really well there because everybody there, they know her. So it was really good. But when I went on deployment, right, I guess some guy from another ship, who's not a nuke, I have no idea. He went there one day and they started talking, and that's how they met. So I kind of hooked him up in a way. But you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
No, he didn't follow the
You
rules.
did
That's a
nothing
nuke bar. That's a nuke
Yeah,
bar.
you did nothing wrong, and like, be thankful that.
Actually,
she's
no.
gone.
So the guy who, his name's John.
Oh, you know his name.
Literally the day he found out she broke up with me, he fired her. So that was pretty cool.
Wait, who's John?
Oh, the owner of the nuke.
Oh, the owner
He's
of the bar.
owner of the nuke bar.
So
he knows
he
the code.
fired her because he's friends with you.
Yeah, we don't need sluts here. Sorry, no offense.
No, so me and John know each other, but I'm not.
Mm.
He knows of me.
Mm.
And he knows I'm a nuke. And he knows that having her around would be good business.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a well-known guy.
Mm. Jelly prawns. It's like, fuck John. Oops, my bad. Jelly.
I think because you cut
No,
out
I actually thought the
you know
other
name.
guy was called John as well. I didn't realize he was
Yeah.
the owner of the bar.
No, this other guy, his name. I don't know. It's like so. I thought the dude was Japanese when she told me his name. And I was
Yeah.
like, what is he Japanese? She's like, no, he's in the Navy. I was like, oh my god.
Hmm. I actually have another story for that. I have a story, but we'll talk about this next time for News for Noobs. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
It's in relation to what?
It's in relation to Asian girls and non-Asian guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, we can
Hey.
we can
You
talk
should
about
stick around for next week.
we can talk about that next time because I think it's an interesting topic. Another story, fight me. Yeah, but it's getting late now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to be at work at. I have to wake up at 6 o'clock, so that's 5 hours of sleep. So I should head off now. I was gonna play a game of HOTS, but I think it's a little bit too late for that. When is the next time? Okay, so we do News for Noobs every day. Oh, sorry, not every day. Every Monday. Every Monday. So around the same time, I usually start a bit earlier, but today was a bit late because I was out for dinner, and yeah. But tomorrow there's gonna be a stream at 8:30 or 9:30. I can't remember now. It's in the countdown timers on my stream. I'll check it. And we're gonna do like one controversial topic tomorrow, and we'll play some HOTS, I suppose. Yeah. Good night, Jenna. See you around, Jelly Prawns. Oh, see you. Good night. Good night, Jelly Prawns. Yeah, come tomorrow. What? No promises.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jenna, do you want to plug the new website?
Yes. Nomia. So those of you that are into the esports scene and love watching HOTS, so I am looking after a team called Nomia. It's an esports team in Oceania, ANZ, and they play HOTS, Heroes of the Storm. And we just launched our website, and I'm gonna just link it here so you guys can see it. Nomia Pro, okay, and it's loading. This is our website. It looks nice and simple. The website URL is nomia.pro, my bad. And over here we've got the player profiles, and eventually we're gonna have teams in there as well. We've just put their teams as a placeholder. There you go. There's some history about Nomia, and got the team, players, and most importantly we've got the store where you can order your official Nomia jerseys, and you can have the jerseys with the players, and that's over there. 45 AUD, Australian dollars, and that excludes delivery fee because delivery is expensive in Australia. We have to like show it separately depending on where you're staying. And we've got a custom name jersey where you can put your own name, or you can put like whatever you like in there. I have the jersey here, so I'm gonna put it on and you guys can see what it looks like. We've got many different sizes, so you have to put your size in there. And there's like a contact me page if you want to change your order before like we process it with our supplier. Or if you have any issues at all. And This is what it looks like. This is the small. It's got my name, the Jenna baby. Hello, welcome back. Is that Shang? Shang, welcome back.
Oh God, she's selling out.
She's selling out a product that she works for.
What's our discount code, Jenna?
I'm not selling. Oh God, I'm just letting you guys know what's happening. Okay, if you wanna like support the team.
You should do a dance in the jersey. Just saying.
Oh, her face was gone. It was so good for a bit.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, the jersey's it's good quality. It feels nice and smooth.
You should do a dance in the jersey. Just saying.
No, I'm not gonna do a dance in the jersey.
Is there a dolphin dance?
Yeah, do a dolphin dance. Show me how a crab walks.
Oh, hang on. You need to see it in non-mirror mode.
And the website's blocking you.
Oh my god, dolphin dance. Hey Pesky, you're here. Hold on, let me just switch the camera so you guys can see. This is my gaming name. I've got to return after clubbing in it. The dolphin dance. It looks more like a kangaroo dance than a dolphin dance. Yeah. And because our suppliers got like a minimum order requirement, we're only gonna do bulk orders. So I think the minimum bulk order is like 7 pieces. So until we get 7, we can't really make that order. But yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. One day I'm just gonna like stream in it. So, and it's relatively easy to order the stuff. You just like click on it, and if you want to have your name, you can have like a size S, Pesky. You can Pesky. Whoops. Second, oh, I mean, you can have like your real name. Blur.
You can have your fake name too.
And then you can like
Your
put in the
pseudonym.
cart.
Your pseudonym. That's the word of the day.
And then you can add your. Oh wait, how do you do it? So you can check out with PayPal. And then you can put.
God, this is like a whole.
I'm from.
Like she's just showing us how to do it.
Yes, I'm. Say you're from Mexico. Well, it even has the states and stuff. Oh, awesome. Tabasco. I didn't know Tabasco was an actual state in Mexico.
Yeah.
And then it'll have your shipping, and then you put your payment through. Go through PayPal. But yeah, it's relatively simple. The contact lenses scare you? It's just purple. We ship to everywhere in the world. Just make sure that you've got a proper like postal address and not like some random PO box. Yeah.
Oh, will they still ship to PO boxes or not?
Oh my god, I almost forgot.
It doesn't ship to PO boxes. By the way, Rain Trees, did you get your
Yeah, I was just about to say. So, all right, first off, I was gonna take pictures and but so everybody knows, I went on deployment and I asked them to send me a care package. So I didn't see anything for a couple months. I was like, oh, they're probably. So about 3 weeks before I get back home, I get these boxes on my rack. I'm like, what's this? I look at the name and I see Awie's name and Jenna Cloud. I was like, what? Like,
It was my name.
Like, I was like, wow, my Twizzlers finally came here. So I open it up and there's no Twizzlers. I'm like, what? It's all chocolate. Like, all of it's chocolate. And I specifically asked them not to
Whoa,
send me
those
chocolate.
are hand-picked chocolate by me!
Yeah.
No.
He said they're
What?
perishable.
I'm still saying, like, I said no chocolate. I did eat all of the Tim Tams that were in the box. Those are delicious. I had no idea.
Yeah, they're good, hey.
Yeah, they're real good. And then I gave all the chocolate away to people that it's fine. Everybody gives everything. That's normal. And then I looked in this one bag, and I see this note, and it says, "Go eat a bag of dicks." Tack, owie. I'm like, what? I look in there, and like this bag is literally sitting right behind me. It's literally a bag of dicks, like a bag of sour dicks. Like, oh. And then in there is a can of breadcrumbs. And I'm like, I don't get it. I have no idea what this is. And then I looked at it. I'm like, I don't get it. And like showed it to one of my friends. I'm like, somebody sent me a can of crumbs. I'm like, oh, gay time. I'm like, oh, I get it now. There's gay time crumbs and a bag of dicks. So I thought that was the only thing I was gonna get. But then they sent me another box. I got another box from Amazon, and Jenna sent me. So the note says, I'll read it right now. Actually.
Oh god, this note. Oh my god.
Oh, don't read that note out. I'm embarrassed. It's me,
It says,
baby. Yes.
Hi, Ray. No. It's like 18 N. For your service and also for supporting the stream. We miss your awesome presence in chat. Presence being spelled wrong. Hope these make your time away from home just a little better. Love, and hugs. Jenna and Starship, bro. There was another note somewhere in here about hoping that like 4 pounds of Twizzlers was enough. But she sent me 8 pounds of Twizzlers, so I don't get it. Was that a mistake?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did we,
I got 8 pounds of Twizzlers.
Did we fuck it up?
You said that you sent me 8 pounds. I got 8. I ate them all in like 2.
You ate them all?
Yeah, I kind of like. I'm really upset.
Whoa.
You must have shat red.
No. Except, oh wait. So you guys sent me Swedish fish. Whose idea was
what? Say it again?
Oh, you cut out there.
Jenna's
You cut
idea.
out.
She thought that. So he's asking whose idea was it to send Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
Oh, it was me. It was me.
Okay, alright, so I don't know if you know how Diabolical was, but they were individually wrapped, okay? There were hundreds, individually wrapped. Not just that, but it generated so much trash, I actually got in trouble for it. Like,
That's pretty fucking good, though.
The 8 pounds of Twizzlers were all individually wrapped, too.
We were worried that they were gonna melt. That's why I made sure they were individually wrapped.
Oh my god, it was...
I remember that conversation.
Like, after a while, I was just sitting in Berlin watching TV. And I opened these Swedish fish, and people were like, oh, dude, you got Swedish fish? Like, yeah, man, you want some? They're like, yeah, fuck it. And, like, they grab a handful, and they're like, what? They're like, individually wrapped, and everybody's starting to get upset. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, people from Australia. And they're like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I'm part of this stream, whatever. So everybody started eating these individually wrapped Swedish fish for like 2 days.
And cussing us at the same time.
They were just like, what kind of dick sends this kind of stuff like to somebody on a warship? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Why are we dicks? Oh my god.
By the way, did you figure out what to do with the crumbs?
I think I'm gonna eat them. They're still in my rack.
They're meant to go on ice cream because in Australia we have this ice cream called Golden Gay Time.
Yeah.
So think of it as a maxi bon-ish. You know how
They
like
don't have
a
maxi bonds.
They don't have maxi
I
bonds.
have no idea.
Okay, like, think about it like this. Like,
do.
essentially... No, they have ice cream sandwiches.
Just
So
imagine cornetto, but instead of like the peanuts on top, it's just breadcrumbs on top.
So they're honeycomb flavored breadcrumbs. They go good with ice cream. Or milk if you want to eat it as cereal.
You know what? Just get a spoonful and eat it. It's exactly the same.
Can I just say?
But
Can I
not
just
a pink
clarify the reason why like Australian like things that we buy in Australia are individually wrapped? Is it because of sanitary reasons?
No, this was ordered on Amazon.
It was a conscious decision I made to make sure that it would be sanitary and wouldn't like.
So
it won't like merge together to become one huge thing.
Blame Aoi because he's very clean apparently. I said like what?
Where on a
Set 'em up
warship? Where do you think they're gonna throw away? Yeah, where do you guys throw your rubbish in a
in
warship?
the ocean. I mean,
Really?
no, I'm pretty sure they would.
Do you throw things in the ocean?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? Okay, so there's different things that we do. We have burnables, sinks, and hard and soft plastic. So burnables, we just throw it in an incinerator. We have an incinerator on.
Okay.
Plastics. So I'll go to plastics last because there's this special. Sinks. We just throw it in a bag and we check the density of the bag to make sure it'll sink, and we actually do just throw that overboard. But it's fine. And then plastics. So there's two types of plastics.
Yeah.
There's everything else, and then there's this one thing that I'll talk about. But everything else, they just put it in a different kind of incinerator that doesn't actually. They smush it into small pucks. Well, not small; they're actually huge. Pucks of plastic, and I'm not sure what.
Do they burn it? Because that's really bad.
Do they
no,
like?
No.
Use
They
it for
pretty
hot
much just melt the plastic into pucks, and I think they keep them until we get back to land so they can dispose of them.
Oh, okay.
But the second plastics, okay, they burn the second type of plastics. They actually burn them.
So are they biodegradable plastics?
I'll get to it in a minute. And this day is a certain day of the week, and we have a name for it. And it is the most foul smell that you could possibly imagine. Like, I can't explain it. I have to walk by with my nose closed, like breathing into my shirt, or I will puke. It's disgusting. But can you imagine? Can you like guess what this second plastic is?
Oh, I know what it is.
No.
Condoms.
No.
Condoms?
No, what's the second plastic?
It's the tampons. Fucking tampon day.
Whoa! Are you serious?
A ship full of 5,000 people. Half of them are women, and they throw tampons later and just.
Well, wait, but tampons. I didn't know they were plastic.
The plastic sleeve, that pusher thing.
And the applicator, yeah.
The applicator.
Whoa,
and then
why
they
do you
also
need
like throw
applicators?
away the cotton with it too, and they just burn it all.
Oh my god, that would smell so foul.
But it
it's
makes
so
sense
bad.
Oh
You
no!
It's so bad.
I can't imagine
And
how.
they have to do it.
Oh,
They
yeah, of
have to do
course.
it this
No,
way.
but I think,
Science.
realistically, I'm pretty sure fish have tasted blood.
No, it's
No, but
not
it's a sanitation
that.
thing.
No. That would just like just choke the fishes. You can't throw it down into the sea.
Yeah, it inflate and then get stuck in its throat.
Oh,
No, it would
then all
inflate,
these
but
fishes caught by the fishermen, like they'll have tampons in there and. Oh.
No, we don't throw the tampons.
No,
away.
I'm saying if they did throw it,
Oh.
that would be even
Yeah, we
more
just-
foul.
I've breathed in so much
Blood.
tampon in my life. Like I don't think anybody should ever breathe in tampon, let alone from
maybe it sounds like
2,500
fun.
different girls.
So
I do
how
some
many times
days
a
smell
month
nice.
is tampon day?
No, every day smells exactly the
Oh shit.
death. It's so bad. Like I
It
can't
smells
even-
like dead people.
It doesn't even smell like what you're imagining it smells like. It smells totally different than what.
Well, I can imagine how it smells
bad.
like. I can imagine real
Okay.
well. This probably smells
Question.
like a dead person.
Is there this weird assumption that on these days, is it on one specific day, or is it like how Alex says, is it on one
It's
specific
like a
day?
specific day of the week.
Right.
Is it coincide with their day as well? Be like as like a fuck you.
No, it doesn't.
Actually-
Every woman has a
actually-
different day, idiot.
No, everyone syncs
I-
up.
No, they don't.
So, no, actually, there's a thing. Like I've talked to people that are in the division. We're all pretty open with each other. We're like, yeah, everybody that's in birthing together, like, their days are together. So yeah, people that live in the same space, they're pretty close together. But there's like hundreds of spaces on the ship. So just because those group are together doesn't. So yeah, like they kind of have to do it every week.
Synchronized PMS. That sounds terrible. Oh. We're talking about a human meat restaurant earlier. I'm pretty sure that's way more gross, but it wasn't real. Hey, it's me,
Yeah.
baby. Just to reply you about the extensions. It's like $50 every single time you do like a top up. So every 2 weeks I do a top up. Yeah.
We said top up sounds way funnier than it should be.
Top up of eyelashes.
Yeah, it's like getting more money on your card.
Hey Timo, thanks for the follow. Anyway, I am ready to go now. It's almost 1:30 a.m. and I need to get my beauty sleep. Otherwise, I'll be really cranky tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching News for Noobs. I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll talk about, or I'll pick a controversial topic to talk about, and then like we'll play some HOTS ranking and all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't already yet, feel free to follow. Feel free to follow. Just hit that love button. And remember to turn on notifications. You have to actually actively turn it on. Otherwise, Twitch doesn't actually tell you that I'm live. So yeah, thank you so much for joining in the conversation. You guys have been great today. Unlike other days. I'm joking. You guys have been really great today, and I will be doing a pilot stream this week. I will tell you all about it tomorrow. So you have to tune in tomorrow to find out what it's about. Okay? Anyway, without further ado, let's find someone to host. Let's see who that lucky chick will be.
Also, by pilot, she doesn't mean flying, just so
I know some way to host.
I've got my wife to host. She's dancing. My wife is dancing. Can I host her, or did you have someone like new?
No. Host your wife. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Who else do you know that?
Don't worry. Are you hosting yourself? That's so big.
No, sorry. This is me. This is my main page, and then I'm gonna find my waifu here. Let's find my waifu. I am going to go to Korea, right? And I'm hoping I can meet my wife. She cut her hair! I didn't give her permission to cut her hair.
Wow. She's wearing a wig today.
Oh, okay, fuck. Oh, scared the shit.
Wow, you're a psycho, Jenna. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hey,
yeah, we're gonna be raiding Ginny. She's dancing right now. So be nice and go and raid and say Jenna loves her waifu or something.
Jenna will see her waifu soon.
Yes. And I forgot to give you guys the URL. I'm such a fucking pleb. Alright, so the URL is there. Copy and paste to Jenna wants a waifu. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.